have the USB Lightning? Yeah, it does. You can take this out there.
That's all right.
You did? Okay.
I just bought a Samsung bag so I can do that for 5 cameras.
Okay. This is something small, maybe.
But it's so it just
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we good. You go straight to the point or Right, Shalom. The GMS Virginia camp back out here once again to do what we've been called to do, and that's prophesy. Before we get started, like always, we want to give all praise and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Karkadash.
Give honor to our teachers, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, the men that we learn the truth from. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, we're out here to teach the truth, the spirit of truth.
This is St. John chapter 8 and verse 30. As he spake those words, many believed on him. Then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Yeah, what is the truth? The truth is reality, right? Something that the world steers far from. The world don't like reality. They like dreams and fairy tales and falsehoods. That's why Hollywood is such a big thing. It's such a big industry because people like to envision things that aren't real. They like to, picture themselves in situations and doing things that they're not able to do. They don't like living in reality. But the truth, all right? What is that? I thought it was that 911 shit.
Yeah.
They shut 911 off for a couple hours. My boss on the job, she tried to call 911. They ain't pick up for her.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Because somebody broke in the damn building and cut the wires.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
Imagine when that shit really off.
Right.
But the truth is reality. Right? It's not something that you can make up. It is what it is. An apple with seeds is an apple with seeds. Right? That's the reality. A man with a penis is a man with a penis. That's the reality. Right? You can't. A natural born man can't get pregnant. No matter what you try to do. That's reality. That's truth. Right? We're out here to teach truth. Matter of fact, can a brother get have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Right? Now the brother read up and said, if you continue in my words, right? This world don't walk in the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. They walk after their own hearts, what they want and what they think is okay. That's why they just allow everything to run rampant out here. Right? In a righteous society, you wouldn't see so many people on drugs. Whether it be opioids, whether it be crack, whether it be coke, shit, smoking weed, whatever. You wouldn't see so many people, even pharmaceutical drugs. Having addiction to popping pills. You wouldn't see so many people dependent upon these depressants and these drugs, man. This is a wicked kingdom, right? Like the scriptures tell us in Proverbs, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. Every street corner in America, you see homeless people. But this is supposed to be the superpower of the earth. That shows you the decline of an empire, right? Now, back in the heyday of America, the only homeless people you would see is Jakes, because we was buying his free labor. Or you would see bum-ass Edomites that decided they just wanted to use the wealth that their forefathers got and get drunk with it. Right? But now you look at people that had jobs, had careers, they on the streets. Right? That's a decline of an empire. That's truth. But people don't want to hear that. They want to see what's popular on TikTok. They want to live in this facade of a world. On my way here, I seen a woman. We had the red light. She's taking pictures. She's doing the fake pose. Now, when the picture is posed, you're like, oh, that's a cute picture. But just seeing somebody does that, it looks stupid. It really does look stupid. And it's actually vain, right? To take pictures of yourself all goddamn day. That's a very vain act, right? And that's what these people do. They're engulfed in themselves and their lives, the cares of their lives. And that's why ultimately they're scared of death, right? They're scared to lose these pitiful lives that they have. That's why the Lord said, "He that shall seek to save his life shall lose it," because you're easy to be bought off by the devil. Because you love your life so much. You're scared of what's on the other side. You're scared of passing on, right?
Gosh.
Why are you so scared? Because you're wicked. That proves y'all wicked. Because the righteous were never scared. They may have they was a little uneasy in the flesh, but if they had to die for what they believed, then they did it. They didn't try to hold on to their life. Oh no, don't kill me for preaching the Lord's word. No, I'll do anything. No. But these people will do that. If their life is on the line, they'll forsake everything that they believe. Whatever it may be, Allah, Buddha, 5%er, atheism, they'll forsake it if their life is on the line. Because they don't truly believe in a higher power, they believe in themselves and their life. That's why I'm a king this, I'm a queen that. Get the bag. Do you. Right? But nobody's doing what the Lord tells them to do. We're the only ones walking in truth. And that's why this looks strange when we come out on the highways and byways and prophesy. But it ain't strange if you read the scriptures and you read that the prophets and disciples always came out in the marketplace, always came out for people to see, to hear the word. It's not a strange thing if you actually opened up your Bible and read it for once, and not just sit on the fucking kitchen counter and call yourself a Christian. That's y'all are hypocrites. Anybody that says they believe upon the Bible, but they don't adhere to any of the words in the Bible are hypocrites. I was watching a clip, and these congressmen was going at it. One guy was saying it's okay for 12-year-olds to get married. And then you had niggas in the comments on the shade room. You niggas are the worst creatures on the fucking planet. Because y'all don't understand anything. Y'all don't understand order. Y'all don't even understand the simple concept of what it is to be a man and a woman. And they up there talking about this is wicked, that 12-year-olds brainwashed. But it's okay for you to let your kids be 12 years old, running around doing what God knows what, then sending them to school who doing God knows what, no order. But when the Lord says you're a man and a woman and you need to get ready for a bond, a union with somebody that you stay with forever, right? And you build that enterprise forever, that creates order. But no, let them roam free all they goddamn life. That's why when you look at adults today, I don't see adults. I see big ass kids with cars, paying bills. All y'all do is y'all want to work so y'all can run around and do what the fuck y'all want to do when y'all got free time. Y'all just a bunch of fucking kids that never learned order. Why? Because when you were a kid and you were supposed to be learning order, you were running around doing dumb shit, playing ding dong ditch all damn day. How I know? Because we used to do shit. That's not what kids are supposed to be doing. You know, kids gonna play while you a kid. Like I said, once you're 12, 13, you're now considered a man or a woman in the Lord's eyes. So up till that time, you play as a kid. It's natural as a kid to play, but majority of that time should be learning the skill sets of what a man is, the skill set of what a woman is. So by the time they're of their puberty age, they're able to go into a union with one another, and then further an enterprise for the betterment of the nation. They wasn't just no snot-nosed 12-year-olds. Today, 12-year-olds, you can't allow them to get married because they ain't been raised properly. Of course you can't allow them to get married because you treat them like fucking babies. You treat everybody like a baby until they fucking 40. They even show you that in the House of Dragons, right? And they had a fucking uproar about that, but Esau was trying to tell y'all that's how life was always ran, you fucking idiots. The 12-year-old, she was like, yes, mother said, but I wouldn't have to bed you till I'm at least 14. But you see how she was
conducted.
She was like a fucking adult talking to him. Primer and proper. Right? Now, what does the scriptures tell us about that? If a damsel pass the flower of her age, and a man sees her, and it pleases him, let him do with her as he will. He sinneth not. Right? Or you could be like, I want to wait until she gets a little thicker, firm out. You can do whatever you want. It's your woman. But in the eyes of the Lord, when a man is a man, a woman is a woman according to nature. And that's why this society got to be destroyed, because it's adverse to what? Adverse to nature. Right?
No, just to add on. You know, some people like to call it Mother Nature or whatever, but why is it around 12 and 13 for a man? That's when he can ejaculate. Why, when around 12 or 13, a a young woman begins her menstrual cycle. The Most High set it up for what reason? If he didn't want them to be able to do that, why would around that on a normal, on a regular, why is that the age that a boy becomes a man and a girl becomes a woman?
And you notice too that they start bucking up at that age because now they'll try to, if they're in the household of their fathers or parents, they'll try their authority there because now they're starting to grow into some type of adulthood,
Right.
and you have to check it. They call it the preteen years. You know, that's the hardest. Why is it the hardest to raise a kid in the preteen years? Because they're not a kid no more, fucking idiot. Nature is telling you they're an adult now, and they're supposed to have their own place now. But in a society that ain't built upon the laws and statutes and commandments, they can't have their own place. Because you tell them, oh, they gotta be in school till they fucking 40, right? Chasing dreams. And then you don't even build a society where they're able to sustain themselves on their own. Because nobody's living off the land, nobody's living off trades, everybody's living off what the government is able to provide for them. So everything has been turned upside down pursuant to the book of Isaiah. But that doesn't make us wrong because we bring these things out. Because you don't agree with the Bible. You ain't been taught the correct breakdowns of the Bible. Of course you're not gonna believe. And I'm not gonna go back and forth with you non-believers, man. Because y'all don't know shit about the Bible.
I don't mean I'm coming out of the conversation. I get that on the point out here, fucking killer. You ain't got nowhere to stay. You have people out here, they get your feelings, get a bunch of ass to JCLC homeless shelter, have you get a meal. Nobody yes for $20,000, man. Get that man some money, let him get on. Stop it. That's what's wrong with this world now. Everybody's stopping you. You can't come up, they're stopping you. But no, it ain't just the white people, it's the black people too. You get that man some money, put in his pocket. But everybody that wants something though. I'm tired, man.
We live in a wicked society, man.
I don't want him to stay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let him do his arrangement. You're right though, it ain't just Jake, some of the wickedest motherfuckers that these Jakes in are from a different realm of activity. Alright? You got mothers killing babies.
Yeah.
All type of wicked shit going on amongst Jakes. So you can't even just say that it's evil.
Yeah.
He does his wickedness, of course, on a global scale because he's in power. But if Jake had the power seat, Jake would be doing the same thing. Jake did it when they had the power seat. Did you not see what happened when the kingdom got split with Jeroboam and Rehoboam? When we were in rulership, did you not see what the wickedness that our people did? Sacrificing their kids unto idols, literally burning them alive.
In this society, if you have any stature or any form of power, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be some wicked. Look at Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
You know, he got caught doing it because he's looked at a high stature, and of course he's doing the wicked shit, telling a little boy to suck on his tongue and shit. You know, wickedness, all around.
Now, I'm glad the Lord brought them as examples. Those women are no older than 17.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
How are they dressed?
Yep.
Assed out, titties out. But where are they supposed to be, brothers?
At home.
Keep us at
In the
home.
house, bearing children,
Tending to their
serving their
elders.
lords.
Yeah.
That's order.
Yeah.
That right there is chaotic and chaos. That leads to rape. That leads to them getting slutted out. That leads to diseases. That leads to whoredom. That leads to them being confused in their 30s and 40s about what a relationship is because they've been allowed to just roam free.
Yeah.
Right? So it's examples all around us of why the Lord's way is way better than what Esau has shown you.
Come.
Right? So we stand for truth. And that's part of the truth. That's just one inkling of the truth. The marriageable age. Right? If you can't get past that, then fuck you, die, bitch. We're not taking nobody that's coming against the truth up in the chariots. If the Lord deems us worthy to get beamed up, we're not reaching a hand for your ass. The Lord, we're not even gonna be able to. Right? That's why it's gonna happen like that. In the twinkling of an eye. Because imagine if the Lord had to be a drawn out process. Like a line. You just walking in line. Niggas would be sneaking in line. You know what I'm saying? You might get weak trying to grab somebody else. No, the Lord, don't nobody even know who's gonna get beaten up till we in the chariots. That's how fast it's gonna happen. It's gonna be ain't nobody gonna be able to help nobody that ain't worthy to get on them chariots. You ain't gonna be the call out for nobody. And that's why we tell y'all this is daily serious, right? We fuck Esau. He gonna do what he gotta do. He's gonna do what he's under the confines of what the Lord has given him for this time to do. He's gonna chip us. He's gonna lock some of us up, put some of us to death. Cool, whatever. He gonna chip 2/3 of our people. He ain't gonna chip us. Slip of the tongue. He gonna chip 2/3 of our people, but he gonna lock some of us up, put some of us to death. Like he was talking about earlier, try to defame some of us, right? Frame us with his deep fake technology, AI technology, voice recognition. He gonna do what he gotta do, but we don't fear him. We fear the Lord. Because if you don't reap the reward on this side coming, you're gonna regret it. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret this eternal reward that's coming. Right? That's another example right there that just walked by of why this society has to be broken down. Right? Bodies are not supposed to look like that. Right?
That's some Ghana.
But because the society doesn't uphold the dietary law of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, you can just eat what you want, do what you want, be what you want. That's what you see. Right? Something that just looked like it was mashed together.
But that's that also part of society with fast food.
Yeah.
You can just do as you want. You're beautiful regardless of what people believe. Regardless of what people say, you're beautiful. And that gives a woman that relaxed state. Oh, I'm every woman.
Yeah.
It's all in me, you know what I mean? That was, that's part of that simping, everything all rolled in one.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everything that we're bringing out is letting you know this society is bullshit. It's backwards. Oh, if I can, one more thing. I heard when the brother opened up, the brother spoke about how, the system could, tell you could be whatever you want. But I know brother seen it. It was a little small clip, and it showed the build of a man and the build of a woman. And it showed the pelvic area of a man and the pelvic area of a woman. And we just talked about a girl when she becomes 12 or 13, she starts turning into a woman, she starts spreading out. They put a ball into a skeleton of a man's pelvic area, and it couldn't fit. It was like the size of a baby's head. It couldn't fit. But when you put it in the woman's pelvic, it pushed through. That's the order that the Heavenly Father set this thing up as,
And I just want to expound on it. That's why when you go against the debate of transgender, that's why I'm saying. They want to say, I'm a woman. What is a woman? Like you said, what makes it? What's the difference between a man and a woman? Like you said, the body parts, right? Like for example, like I said, even said this on South Park, just to make it real quick. I guess Mr. Garrison, the gay teacher, he became a trans, whatever. Then I guess he wanted to get an abortion, and the doctor told him, you can't have an abortion because you're a man, and plus on top of that, you don't have female organs.
Yeah, and add on, the brother brought out how a man can't naturally have a baby. Now they're trying to make it where a man can get pregnant, right? So that if a man gets pregnant, he can't push the baby out, right? So it's back to Esau's tripping, cutting the baby out. This whole society is just backwards from what's natural. In the ancient days, women wasn't getting C-sections,
Yeah,
Even the way a woman has a baby nowadays isn't natural. Lying on your back. That don't make sense. That's more pain.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, brother, did a brother get that Galatians?
Yeah.
If I become your enemy?
Galatians chapter 4, and verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Yeah, we become enemies, which we have. We become enemies, but we embrace it, not to glorify ourselves or boast ourselves up. We embrace it because it glorifies Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. That's right. Because if we are labeled as enemies for standing upon truth, then we'll gladly wear that badge of honor, right? Like the great men before us in the scriptures. They decided to wear that badge of honor. It's a heavy task. The heavy is the crown. Who decides to wear it, right? Or now we princes, or now we consider Yahshua, he, Shaw, prince, all of power, princes of the power, royalty, right? And that's what Esau has fucked up, because you didn't just put your hands on regular motherfuckers. Right. Excuse my French. You put your hands on the royal sea line of the creation of the universe, of the omniverses. You put your hands on the wrong people. And you've had us here for over 400 years. Free labor, spat on us, you shot us down, you raped us, you did everything you wanted to do. So what the fuck you think we're gonna do? And we're the royalty of the nations. And you were able to do that to us, being the nation that lacks melanin,
Right.
lacks flavor, lacks every goddamn thing. Even Jaffe got rhythm. Jaffe got flavor. Ammon and Moore have a type of vibe to it. Every nation has a type of vibe to it, except you, motherfucker.
I can't get right.
He's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny.
So if you did that to us, then what the fuck is gonna happen to y'all? That's what you need to ask yourself. And that's why y'all can't sleep at night. Dr. Michael Burr, which I watched your debate with Elazar, and nigga, you didn't break down shit. Notice how they don't break down those scriptures. They just say everything that we bring out is, but that's all he was doing was calling everything that Elazar brought out bogus. But he was cutting your ass. And you was a damn devil when you said something about, oh, they say Egypt represents house of bondage. Egypt has always been just Egypt. The Ashkenazi Jews, we went to Egypt. It's documented in Josephus. We went to Egypt again. Probably, he said probably, it's, but you ain't say about ships. And then you said Egypt is always physical. Well, wait a minute. Revelation tells us there's a great city that's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. So that cuts you. I wish Elazar would have brought that up, but that cuts your dumb ass, man. Right? So can you break that down, Dr. Michael? Because it says somebody's dead bodies is lying in a city that's spiritually called Sodom.
Yeah.
So break that down. And show me where the hell some Ashkenazi Jews went into slavery in Egypt. If you can't show me, then what you saying is bogus.
Well, you said he didn't go into the scripture. He just went into Josephus, right?
He didn't even go into that. He just was quoting shit.
Oh, see?
But his whole thing was on DNA. And then Elazar caught him with that. How all Ashkenazi Jews that did the DNA, they said there's no way to prove your lineage back to the ancient Israelites. There's no 100% clear way to prove it. So if y'all basing it on that, how the fuck y'all know? He said, well, that's been refuted because it's been proven that, our forefathers date back to the Middle East. Well, nigga, all creation comes from the Middle East. So of course you can go back, you can date it back to the Middle East. Moab from there, Ammon from there, Edom lived right under us. They lived south of us. So that don't prove a goddamn thing. Right? So you that's why y'all can't sleep at night. Because y'all know y'all fucked. There's nothing you can do to refute the truth. So that's why we start off with the truth. You can't defeat the truth. And that's why we're still out here. What is your end goal for all you agents that's been set up by these banking firms? Because that's what you are. Agents that's been set up to come against this truth. You can't stop the truth. We still out here. What y'all think we gonna say, oh, y'all right, we just niggas that ain't worth a goddamn. We never hit a niggas from the hood. Let's go back to being niggas on the block.
All they can do is try to demonize us. Like the fake Gadite man. You know what I mean?
Brother, give me Ezra, the 4th chapter, where they was trying to help build the temple with Zerubbabel.
4-1. It's 4-1.
Oh no, I was just saying that all they could do is demonize us.
It's Ezra 4-1.
They got the fake Gadite that was walking around saying that IUIC was on what this called where they live, the Gadites reservation, the water.
And that bitch alive.
Yeah, and said they toting weapons, and then when you spun the camera, you ain't see not one weapon. You just see the IUIC peacefully bringing out the scriptures to the Gadites.
And she said they were speaking genocide against them. Why the hell would we speak genocide against our brothers?
Yeah, right.
And the IUIC, they've never been known to teach with guns on them. I've never seen that. So, look, hey, we don't hate the brothers in the other camps. We just come against y'all for the doctrine's sake. Right. So we're gonna defend if they were wrong or not. That's right. And that bitch was lying. And that bitch might have been an Edomite. Because a lot of them Edomites got claimed to those reservations. They ain't actual Gadites on reservations.
No, $5 Indian. You find the Indian. Yeah, that's crazy.
The real Gadites are drunk, getting
twisted,
getting sex shipped off for sex slaves. That's right. They under the curses. A lot of them Gadites that y'all be saying got casinos and money. That's Edomites. What you talking about? You can't fool studious people, man. Right? Because that's what the truth. That's what Yahweh Shalom Shah turns you into, a studious individual. You study. Right? Now in school I always was a history book, but the truth makes you more. It's supposed to makes you more studious. You ain't so concerned with the shade room and hip hop news. You're more concerned with history. What's really going on and the past and why the present is the way it is. And, you're just studious. You study everything. You don't just look at stuff for surface level. You dive deep into it, right? It's a saying says the wisest man is a man that knows he know nothing. Right? Well, I know it all. I know it all. You don't know a goddamn thing. You know what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua allows you to know. Right? Look at that Ezra.
It's full.
Book of Ezra, chapter 4, verse 1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity building the temple unto the Lord God of
What
Israel.
does adversaries mean? Let me get the etymology of the word adversary. Because you know, Christianity teaches that it's not okay to have adversaries, but that's not truth. That's not reality. Everybody got ops, adversaries.
That's the first thing that pops up.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Is it?
Unfriendly
That's what Jake
opponent.
said.
Unfriendly opponents, right?
Enemy.
Enemies.
That's what Jake said. He said
Adversaries.
he gets.
That stems from Roman Catholicism, because Catholicism taught once Catholicism got a hold of the Holy Scrolls, got a hold of it, they started teaching that it was universal, it was for everybody. When really these scrolls are meant to be passed down throughout our lineage for us. But then they got a hold of it, Edomites got a hold of it, and since it was published throughout the four corners of the earth, they said it was for everybody. But no, we had adversaries. And just a quick note for you Old Testament Israelites, I was watching another video, y'all said something very idiotic, and them brothers, I guess they not as learned yet, but you said something to them that they wasn't able to answer, and you said, I want you to show me the Old Testament that backs up what you just said. And he was like, well, you know, we come from the New Testament too. He's like, well, during that time, did Paul read from that? Well, nigga, the New Testament was being compiled during Paul's times. So they didn't have what we have now. The New Testament was still being prescribed on scrolls. So of course he wouldn't revert to the New Testament. Of course Paul wouldn't be able to go to the New Testament, and he would have to revert to the Old Testament because that's what they have. Now we have the whole book. So we can revert to the New and the Old.
That's basically like saying their works were null and void because it wasn't in the Old Testament.
Yeah, her Paul will revert to something that's still being prescribed now. Of course he got to revert back to the Old because it's still the standard, which is still the standard right now, but we can still utilize the New too because it's been compiled as the whole book. Right? So that's idiotic to say. For all you Old Testament Israelites, if y'all keep denying Yahweh Shai, he's going to deny y'all. Because Yahweh Shai is even prophesied in the Old Testament.
Yeah, I just want to get a couple more definitions of adversary. It goes back to the Latin adversarius, which means an opponent, rival, enemy.
In a lot of cases, that's your wife. That's your woman. Right? Esau that made your woman your adversary. She's in the house trying to compete with you. You say something, she got something else she want to say. Right. That's an opponent. You didn't challenge me into a competition. That's not an agreeable woman. That's an adversary.
I find it funny. I just find it funny. Continuing on.
A lot of y'all biggest ops, y'all woman, and y'all don't even know it. She keeping you from your full potential of being a man. I'm gonna tell you, it's nothing better than being able to be alone as a man. I done been around women, good-looking women too, and then I've never been my happiest when I'm alone in that peace. And you able to have clear thoughts. Bro, that's a blessing. Like when I be at work, sometimes I may not have my headphones, but I'm able to, when I'm not able to zone out by watching videos, I notice I have clear thoughts. Do you know how big of a blessing that is? To have clear thoughts sometimes? These people don't have clear thoughts. Their mind is being plagued by all type of shit. The truth will give you a clear mind. Of course, every now and then you're going to have demonic thoughts. That's normal in the flesh. But for the most part, brothers that's in the truth, we have clear thoughts. And it's all about what you feed in your mind too, right? Go ahead, bro.
Right side.
Yeah.
And this is how, I just want to throw another point out here, which is a little off topic, but I just want to throw this out there. This is how important it is when we feed our minds. Because I notice my dreams, a lot of the dreams that I have is bullshit, but a lot of it is just thoughts that I've had from things that I've seen, that I've taken in. And I'm like, I wouldn't even have this in my subconscious if I never even partook in it. That's how important what we consume is. The shit is planted. I'm talking about old shit from years that you don't even remember. It'll pop up in your dream because it's still there. Then you'll wake up the next day thinking, right? So that's why we have to break away from traditions of old and renew our mind daily, like the scripture said. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I just want to get a couple more. It says noun use of adjective meaning opposite, hostile. Wait 1 second, I skipped it. Yeah, opposite, hostile, contrary.
Contrary.
Yep.
That's how these women argue. They're contrary to you. I was watching some of the Dallas camp what they had last night, and they were saying how they'll be with certain brothers. But you could tell the brother woman waiting for him to come home, and he don't want to say nothing to bro, so he got that look on his face. They ain't supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be, oh shit, if I don't get home, I'm gonna get in trouble. That's not a man. It's not a man. You're being ruled over. You have an adversary, right? You don't have a woman. You don't have a servant. You got a ruler. She's supposed to, by the time you get home, she's supposed to have your food made, just in case you was hungry when you got back. And if it's too late, then she sleep. But she got your food made, everything, and she ain't mad at you, right? That's what your woman's supposed to do, right? But now you do that, she at the door waiting for you, checking the peephole. Ain't no food, there ain't nothing cooked for you, ain't nothing. She ain't got no lingerie on. She her hair look a mess. She don't smell good. She looking at you. Where the fuck you been at? Who the hell want to live in that? The scriptures tell you I'd rather be on the rooftop with a dragon, fire-breathing dragon, than a fucking woman.
One more thing. It says adversary now, someone who offers opposition. And the synonym is an antagonist, you know?
Yep, protagonist, antagonist. So, but that's why we always say that all women have joined league with Satan. Shaitan, that's the adversary.
Yep, the servant.
So she has become the adversary.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have adversaries. That's what the scriptures is telling us.
Yeah.
So where do you get this whole everybody coming together to serve Jesus? Who the fuck is Jesus anyway? Who's that nigga? Made up. He's not in the scriptures.
With the names, they say Jesus.
Yeah, that's English. Well, they weren't speaking English during that time. The names they were speaking was Hebrew, Latin, Greek, right? They weren't speaking English. The English ain't coming to power until after the Renaissance.
Jesus is Iesus. There was no letter J.
1611, like you said, it's an I in there, not a J.
It was called an long die, you know.
Which is that Greek tone.
Right.
Even going back to then. So it still was off because he was a Hebrew. And the scriptures told you he spoke in the Hebrew tongue.
Right. Zeus means hail Zeus.
Yeah, it's Greek.
Yeah.
It's Greek.
Yeah.
It goes back to Greek tongue. That's not what they were speaking. Right? Go ahead, bro. But studious people will look up those words, but a nigga that wants to stay in a lie, that word don't matter.
Don't matter what
You just
call
want to
it.
stay in darkness.
Yeah.
You just want to stay, you don't want to know truth. If you don't want to look at what the word actually means, you don't want to know truth. You want to stay in darkness. Why would you take a word and you know it don't mean that just because hey, that's what it say, I'm going with that. You an idiot. I hope a car hit you, you know what I'm saying?
And if you truly believe that this is the person that's going to save you, wouldn't you try your hardest to learn his name? You know what I mean? You would try to the best of your ability, learn this person's name if you believe that he's your salvation. You know, that's crazy. Oh, you can call him whatever. That's because, you know, Christianity teaches, well, he knows my heart. You know what I mean?
Which, like I was saying earlier, that makes them hypocrites because y'all don't truly believe upon a higher power. Y'all believe upon yourselves. Y'all think y'all can save yourself. But then when your guts got blown out, you done got shot in your head, your muffin cap. Now I what? Muffin cap back, look. You done got poked up. The toughest niggas, I've been seeing jail videos. Nigga poked, nigga got 50 holes, nigga shit just soaked in blood, got 50 holes and been poked at him. Say fuck you again. Fuck him. All that gangster shit go out there. These niggas is bitches, man.
You seen
Yeah, the
YSL and YFL. Straight the
What the fuck is
YSL.
this nigga doing?
But that dude was talking all tough.
Yeah,
But what he
he was-
said, and you heard him, he was moaning and crying. Yo.
He said, say fuck slam. Fuck slam, fuck slam. Just so he can stay alive. Just so he could, but if he truly believed on that slab shit, I would respect him more if he was like, nigga, kill me, nigga, I'm slammed out. If he was on that, then they'd be like, oh, he's standing on his principles. At least you can respect the man that stands on what he believes. But if you out here on the street, stunting in front of everybody when everything's safe and
That's
peaceful,
good.
yeah, nigga,
You know what I mean?
then you get in there with some fucking maniacs, animaniacs.
Yeah.
That nigga got one of his eyes leaning, crock-eyed like a motherfucker.
Hey,
That's black culture for you.
hey, prime example. It's like go.
No, I'm saying that's black culture for you because black culture teaches our youth to behave like that. But they don't know the first thing about really survival. How many times we done seen these people, young Jake, act crazy in the streets, and they get the pressure get put on them, whether it's a group of people run up on them in the streets, or like the brother said, you get in prison, and now all that tough shit is out the window. You know what I mean? There's nothing to stand on. You know?
Hey, just like that rat, like you said, Kashi 69. Like I said, you see what happened, right? Taking all that stuff. Oh, anybody touch me? You know, next thing you know, he in the gym.
Well, he was a bitch anyway.
I know.
I'm talking
but-
about for guys that actually be
Believe
causing
that they
damage.
tough, right.
Yeah, and they be actually causing damage to people like they be ruining people's lives, murdering people, stealing from people, robbing people. He wasn't doing shit. Then when they get amongst some fucking real killer motherfuckers, where it ain't no more guns to hide behind, ain't no more gang, it's just mano a mano. Nigga catch your arm and break these shits out of sight. Ah, shit.
Sitting there
Fuck slime.
making a knife out of a plastic
Yeah.
plastic
The spoons.
toothbrush. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know?
But if you was a man that stood on that wicked shit, you'd be like, you gonna kill me.
Yeah.
You would have said I'm slammed out.
Hmm?
Right? But that you're not a man. All of y'all was raised by women, you're emotional. You just like the brother said, you just gravitated to black culture because you thought that made you a man, but really that just made you a bitch. An emotional bitch. Right? All that hooting and hollering, ready to shoot some fucking guy. I seen another clip. It's amazing how the Lord got all these clips coming out. Death. These guys, I think it was in New York, they in a little corner shop. And the guy that got shot, he's a fucking idiot because the dude showed him the gun. I guess to scare him or some shit. He walked in there, dude pull out his, gun. The dude just, then they flash to it and they start getting into an argument. The dude light a cigarette. Fuck you, he gets ready to walk off. Dude hits him, shoots him in the head, and everybody scatters like rats. Then he get ready to walk out the store and he said, fuck that, I'm a demon. And he walks back and shoot him in the head.
That goes back.
Does that make him a man because he did that? No, that don't make him no. You shot a man with his back turned. Anybody can do that. My little sister can do that shit. A baby can do that. You blew a man, dude didn't even see what happened. He just right with his back. That don't make you a man. Which is why I appreciate the ancient art of warfare when you had to train, get strong enough to lift a sword, get even stronger to wield it properly. Then you knew the best man went. If I went to war and the man, I knew the best man won. That ain't he better than me.
And he really believed on what he died.
And he believed on what he said. Nowadays, you don't know where it came from. This shit is bitch, man. But who does that come from? Because he's a bitch. So of course he would have a bitch. What you doing, my brother? What's up, man?
All right.
Hey, well, you got a nigga sitting there.
What's up, brother?
No, when the Lord come back, the Lord ain't coming back with a pea popper, a doo-doo popper. The Lord coming back with a sword.
That's right.
So scriptures is square how he coming back. He want to be up and close personal in your face. He want to challenge you. Come on, right? That's real manly art of warfare in the kingdom. When I'm gonna have the Olympic Games and one of the games is gonna be battle.
Yep.
In your face. You know.
It goes back to what you were saying about consumption. Be careful what you consume, because these nigglets out here, what are they consuming? They're consuming the BMF, Scarface, whatever. I'm the toughest. I'm YSL, whatever the new thing is. And what are the women are consuming? To be a bad bitch, you know. And the men are consuming the music is saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go sleep with that man's bitch." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about consumption. And, but when the pressure's on, all that what you consume, what did you really gain from it? What did you build something? What did you build sustainable from it? You know? And we see time and time again, just like we say all the time with these women. They act like they the shit now until that day come, then all that shit's out the window. They ain't gonna know what to do. They gonna panic. They gonna look for whoever look like the strongest man, you know?
Yeah, these guys, Young Thug and shit. Free Young Thug. Why? Free Pooh Shiesty. Why?
They said they really tearing shit up.
It's a trickle down effect. It's the same shit. These niggas are tough when they out, then they get it, then E get a hold of them, then it's help me.
Right.
The biggest, look, man, the biggest. I've been watching documentaries. The biggest crime bosses, I'm talking about the biggest guys that are taking out hundreds of people. What happened to him? E got. I'm bigger than Young Thug, bigger than Pooh Shiesty, bigger than the rest of these niggas that think everybody want to be the Godfather. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Jake want to be the Godfather.
Tony Montana.
Mano want to be the Godfather. Troy Ave want to be the Godfather. All these niggas want to. None of you niggas are untouchable. Every dude want to have his little crew, his little posse, and think he untouchable. That's destructive culture. Anybody can be touched. Why can anybody be touched? Because the angels come out here and do the work of the Lord. The Lord belongs the issues of death. The angels go to and fro throughout the world, putting your ass to death. You can't escape that. Something you can't see. When angel of death come knocking at your door, anybody can be touched. That's why the scripture say wisdom begins with the fear of Yahweh B'Hashem and Shah. If you don't fear the Lord, you're not a wise person, buddy. You fear another game. Fuck them. Look, man, if you shoot a brother right now, guess what happens to that brother? If the Lord deems for that brother to be put to death, he gets beamed right up to the spirit realm, chilling for 5 seconds, coming back with the Lord.
He said, "That's right."
No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I know.
That's how the
no.
time will be up
Yeah,
there. You will literally be,
because it's so fast.
and then you'll be in the chair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's no losing in Lord. We figured out about Shema Shah because if we don't want to be forsaken in Jacob's trouble. Let's see if she can drive.
Yeah.
Because they're not. Some of them can.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Now she got the.
She not an
rear
Israelite
view.
woman.
She got the rear view.
She a heathen.
Rear
That
view
was a
camera.
nigga
Yeah.
woman. That shit be all over
Yeah, all over the place.
The line, the traffic be backed up.
And she be cussing everybody out.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, you know.
Tony Montana.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
This is back in Ezra chapter 4 and verse 2. It says, Then they came to Zerubbabel into the chief of the fathers and said unto them,
She going in the fields, so she coming up. She not even ugly, but she just going in the fields.
Just cause.
You got to be top of the daily crib for us.
It says, Let us build with you, for we seek your power as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Hasar, Hadden king of Assur.
See, so they had adversaries that believed upon our power, and they wanted to build unto them. So does that mean they accepted? Go ahead, brother.
It says, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have no thing to do with us, to build an house unto our power.
Yeah, what the fuck you got to do with us building unto our power? And that's what we saying. We building right now. We building that spiritual temple. And they come in here trying to say, well, let heathens be grafted in. Nigga, you can't be grafted in this. You got your fucking mind. We done woke up. We can read now. And we have the authority now. So now we getting our Prince mindset back where we like, nigga, you out of your fucking mind? You can't come near this. You lucky we don't got authority to put you to death yet. That's the only thing holding us back. If the Lord said, wait, if the Lord said, get him, he would have been out here going crazy. Get him, I got him.
Ain't nothing they can do about it.
Sniper mode. Brothers out 2 a.m.
You funny.
Stalking motherfucker. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Spirit realm, nigga. Edomite and Wicked Jake going out of here. Spirit realm. They were like, yo, it's some men out here on a tail, on a tail. They poking people up 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Yeah.
That's ignorant.
Yeah.
But it's coming though, hunting season.
That's right.
Scripture say what? Oh, I should
Fishes and men. That's
I make you fishers of men, but then I should turn you into hunters.
That's right.
That's coming too. That's coming when the Lord comes back.
That's right.
And we're gonna literally hunt y'all. And we're gonna put y'all to death in miraculous ways, man. I'm gonna throw your ass from Russia to fucking, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be called Russia during that time, but you know what I mean. Yeah, we gonna have fun with you, man.
Like when Hancock threw the kid in the
Yeah,
air.
that was nice.
Hey, everybody, hold up. Go on.
Take it on like flash. Yeah.
Oh, damn, I dropped it.
That's all right. We revive his ass, do it again. If he drop him, we'll revive him, do it again. That nigga gonna pop back. Get him back up now. We gonna bring terror to y'all ass. Because y'all brought the terror on us.
That's right.
Y'all had us going through swamps and shit.
Right.
Trying to look at the North Star, dying in swamps. Now in the movies they make it look cool.
Yeah.
Like when niggas was making it up north. That shit wasn't a common thing, man. Niggas was trying that shit, getting ate up by dogs, by the master's dogs, getting caught, tortured. That shit wasn't common to make it from fucking Mississippi to New York. You know how fucking special you gotta be to make it on foot someplace like that. I don't give a damn how much. Oh, the underground railroad.
That shit was for the alligator.
Well, you know, they said Harriet Tubman, her family knew that they were Israelites. You know,
That shit wasn't common, you know. You had Jakes that made it before. The majority of Jakes that tried that shit, man, they got put to different brutal ways. You imagine your ass trying to leave a plantation. You don't know where the fuck you going. You gotta escape the plantation for one.
Right.
You already scared. You like, shit, they gonna see my ass leaving. Then you gotta run through woods and you know where the fuck you going. Then the next day you hear dogs and shit. You done took a 30-minute nap. Dogs on your head. Get the fuck.
hungry,
You
cold.
hungry, cold, feet fucked
Yeah,
up.
think about all the damn rodents and insects that's biting the shit out of you. You know, snakes.
See, they show that in the Will Smith shit.
Yeah.
Nigga tried to hide. He tried to hide in the swamp, and the gator got his ass. Why you think they put that in the movie? Because that's the shit that was happening. Now they had him fight off the damn gator. Like, come on. Yeah, in real life, that gator got your ass. Man.
They got that thing called the Deadly Taurus. As soon as they lock their jaw,
That's his domain. That's his domain. That ain't your domain. As soon as that nigga bites you, for one, you gonna panic. As soon as he bites, oh shit, you done.
You never seen that. All you know is cotton and tobacco.
It ain't gonna click. Let me sock this nigga in the eye.
Hey, you gonna try? You don't even know what the fuck this shit is.
On the water.
Monster.
On the water, you uppercut this nigga.
That's
Right.
Fuck
You
out of
can't
here.
see. Foreign, everything's foreign to you.
Yeah.
right.
So making it up north, man, that was you had to have an angel helping you get there, man.
Yeah, nah.
So you Edomites got a lot to pay for. Right? And I'm gonna put a spirit on my slaves and want to escape. It's gonna be an annual thing. It's gonna be an uprising. I'm gonna put a spirit on you just to have fun. I ain't gonna unleash dogs on you know. It's gonna be some other shit.
They're gonna have a meeting like Orlando,
Everything.
what's his name? On that movie where he was underneath ship. Oh, y'all don't know y'all dead yet. You know? Have him rile up and shit.
You funny.
You're fucked.
Yeah, he said, 100 years from now, you're fucked. 200 years from now, you're still fucked.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
like this nigga.
Yeah, he's like, he gets it.
Yeah, he funny.
You know, he said, burn this motherfucker down. That's the spirit though.
They come.
And you did have a lot of uprisings on those ships where Jake said, fuck this, we don't know where the fuck we're going. These motherfuckers had us in cages on the shores of Africa, and then they put us on ships. We about to kill these motherfuckers. So if you read about certain ships where the slaves actually, when they got on top of the board to wash them, they just got killed. And then, you know, the ship never made it to dock.
And you gotta know that.
And they had to battle pirates. You had fucking pirates raiding slave ships.
Oh wow.
They show you that in the Black Swan, not Black Swan, the Black bullets help me out. Is it Blacktail? I think it's Blacktail. And they show you that in the Vikings. You know, that was a heavy thing. Being pirates of the sea. But in Blacktail they show you that. In Blacktail specifically. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say, You know this got to be an evil, sadistic motherfucker, because just like you seen on Amistad when they was on the ships, some of the women just grabbed their baby like, man, bump that, I'd rather die than what we about to go through, and they just, you know, fall back in the water. That's how you know this is a sadistic, crazy, you know, where you give up your own life because you don't want to go through the hell you know you about to go through.
And the sad part of that is we had to go through this, so even if you jumped off a ship, you came back in the reincarnation.
Right.
In captivity,
Right.
in slavery in America, so you didn't escape.
That's right.
So that's how fucked up the situation was, because we had to go through it. So you had a little rest. You hear this, you jump off a ship, you had a little rest, and you wake up in 1800,
Right. Yep.
born on a plantation.
Yep.
No, kill me. You're funny.
That's
Pretty
real
much.
though. That's how. Hey,
Pretty
the
much.
Lord is
Yeah.
he ill like that, man. You know. Do it all over. That's why you gotta feel your how about Shema Rashad. I mean, the third and fourth generation.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah,
we've been coming back while we've
Right,
been in
crazy.
America. We was in slavery, bro. So any might tell us, oh y'all wasn't, nigga, we was, nigga, in our past life. 3-4 generations, every 3-4 generations.
Oh,
So you Edomites got a prayer.
You get that first master. Crazy. Down.
Back in Ezra.
Then when the purge really happens,
yeah.
Ezra chapter 4 and verse 3. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have no thing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord Yahweh of Israel, as Cyrus the king of Persia have commanded us.
Yeah, we can drop that. Yeah, we ourselves is gonna build to the Lord. All right? We gonna build. We don't need help of Edomites, Moabites, and all you weird ass nations that just wanna be a part of something. We can't do shit without your ass being noticed. Anytime Esau see us smiling and he ain't invited, nigga, you're envious. Cause he's a fucking yeah.
What's going on over
Yeah,
here?
yeah. He the one to join and fuck it up. Call the cops, infiltrate it, and just kill him.
And that's what he said does too. Just like recently with the Manosphere, so to speak. You know, like Justin Pearls and all the Edomites, what they do. You know, of course they brought a woman in there, and of course like she was smart, and what she did, she infiltrated, act like she was buddy. I'm talking about feminists. Next thing you know, she all of a sudden she's got pockets, and they come to find out this guy named Jason Black business. He exposed her.
Yeah,
And then-
her true colors came out.
Yeah,
She's a
she
fucking
did.
Edomite,
Yeah.
devil.
You're
But she
talking-
brought that races on the show.
Yeah, come on.
And then the other shit came out how she be saying racist shit about Jakes. How we American Jakes are lazy. Bitch, how the fuck you gonna say people that built a whole superpower that run the world for free is lazy? How could that come out your nasty ass pale mouth?
Alright. We ain't lazy. We catching our breath.
Yeah, you can. But yeah, can. But the point.
No,
know,
you do got niggas that's lazy,
Yeah.
but she can't say that. Cause you got niggas that you like, yo, you need to fucking do, nigga, you need to be a man. You handle your business.
Can't got it.
But her saying is like, they just lazy, they fucking, bitch, you a fucking Edomite. You can't call us lazy. What the fuck are you? And she inherited her fucking father. I think her father's like a millionaire or some shit. So that bitch never worked for a dime in her life. But that just shows you the pridefulness of the Esau. They can say shit about that. That's that Edomite supremacy mindset. I can say what I want. What I say is. Just like that nigga Dr. Michael Brown. Just because he said it was bogus, it's bogus. I got a PhD. Nigga, what the fuck does that mean? You know how many idiotic people with degrees I know? They got a degree and just an idiot. Nigga don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because you study, you hear this, you took 15 years of your life to get a degree, and get another degree, and get another degree. So you can be a fucking doctor. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's goofy. And really, it should be just a simple trade. You go through a simple trade, they teach you how to take care of people. And that's it. It shouldn't be no fucking money involved. You walk them through the process of what it takes to be a doctor. And until they perfect it, it shouldn't take that long. It damn sure don't take no fucking over a decade.
Yeah, kind.
It may take a year, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? To learn anything, it usually takes a year, 2 years to master. If you know, consistent with it.
Yeah, it should be no associates, bachelors, and
All
then
that
masters.
bullshit to be a lawyer to sit in the fucking sit in the office, be a lawyer.
You gotta get a lawyer's class. That's like with 10
Then
years.
you gotta take the bar
yeah.
test. All this dumb look, motherfucker.
But look,
Walk me through shit. Right? That's what workmanship is. You learn
Right.
hands on. And that's supposed to be with anything.
Right.
Any occupation. You ain't supposed to be sitting in school on a desk all day learning. You gotta take history. You gotta take this extra class. You gotta take this extra. This is in college too. You know, 'cause my little sister, she dealing with that shit. She was supposed to graduate, and all of a sudden they tell her she gotta take another class to get another. I'm like, what the fuck is all this stupid dumbass shit? You gotta take this extracurricular, this extracurricular.
Just put her in debt. That's all it was.
That's all it is.
Just debt.
that's how they got our women too.
And she's still stupid.
Yeah.
They got a lot of our women like that.
Turn
They
against it.
gave them that American dream.
Yeah.
Because what in college? Think about it. You go get your associates. That's 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get your bachelor's. That's 4 years. Then you gotta go get your doctors.
Yeah.
So by the time I skip with masters, then the doctor. Right?
Right.
By the time you done, you 38 years old, 42 years old woman with no kids.
Yep.
You was too busy to cramming the books to learn how to cook, clean.
Yep.
So now you like, damn, now my whole purpose is why.
Shit, go on them dating sites. If brothers try dating sites, you will see the Jakes will be like, bitch, you 40? You ain't got no kids?
Yeah.
You never, what the fuck you been doing? Then you look at her job title. Director of this company. Got a degree in this. Oh, you spent your whole life in front of school. Now you trying to fucking settle that.
Now you trying to.
With swipe.
Big
You
fun.
know what I'm saying? You through.
Yeah,
You
bro.
through.
And then, like I said, on top of that, you try to date her. And what she gonna be? Then what she gonna do? She gonna be combative. Because what? She gonna think? Because what? She gonna think that what? She's more smarter than you. I make more money.
Exactly.
If she even has that type of job.
Exactly.
Well, that's being brought out right now. That's the spirit, because a lot of women are retracting how they felt. That's coming. It's being real popular where you see, especially on TikTok now. Like, you gotta be careful with TikTok. TikTok got how you like. You know what I mean? But sometimes we in the truth, so we bring. We look at it from a spiritual set. You know what I mean? But a lot of women are like, damn, yo. One woman said she kicked her man out. And now she regret it, you know what I mean? Like, because now women starting to realize their true purpose, man.
Right.
You know? Especially if they can see that the dollar about to go down and all this about to, this shit don't mean nothing.
And women are pitiful. Because once a woman sees that everything that provides her comfort is being taken away, she runs to any solution.
Right.
I sell my pussy.
Yeah.
I suck your dick. Like she'll do whatever to get the funds coming in.
Yeah, kind of.
All these women are like that. That's just how that's women's survival. It goes back to what? Nature. Our base nature as beasts is what? Survival.
That's right.
Right? You want to do what you have to do to survive.
Yeah.
So you can take the most prestigious woman that's looked prestige in this society, and then the society collapses around her. Now she no longer has money. She don't have food coming in. She don't have shelter. The most prestigious woman resorts to what? Selling her pussy. That happened in Venezuela. The women that were selling their pussy were doctors,
teachers,
lawyers, women that were prestige in that society. That's why it was such a big thing, because you didn't have the average women selling. You had women that was dropped down from the class selling their bodies. That's what happens. Because they revolted back to what? Survival instinct. I'll do whatever. Just help me. And that's when Isaiah, the 4th chapter, kicks in. Right? 7 women shall plead to one man. We will eat our own bread, wear our own clothing, just let us be called by thy name.
Yeah, because even the girl from the Bernie Mac show, she got her OnlyFans now.
Yeah, 2 of them did. The other one, and then D, the youngest one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I seen that. That's crazy. Yeah, the young baby one.
Used to living a certain type of life, and that money probably started getting short. Shit started getting rough. You know what I mean? Alright, man. It ain't that bad. I do it in the mirror in my room anyway.
So, hey, just trying to add you up, because like I said, you're not pirating like you said before. Either two choices. You either, like I said, do OnlyFans or what, get a regular job.
Right.
And you know what she chose, because what?
Yeah, well, you look at the prettiest women of this world. What do they work? They're waitresses. They do shit that ain't hard.
Library.
Yeah, they do shit that ain't hard. And if they ain't, or don't pay that much.
Customer service, like you said.
Yeah, and if they ain't doing that, then you know they have a nigga paying off for all this shit.
Yeah.
These women you see on Instagram on the beach, she on the beach in the fucking, on the beach in the Caribbean taking a picture. Who you think holding the camera?
Yeah, you know.
The nigga that paid for the trip.
Sugar daddy.
These women ain't got no fucking money.
Sugar daddy is simple.
How the fuck they gonna have? We men and we barely got money. How the fuck they gonna have money? Of course they ain't got no fucking money. They women. They can't do no jobs that require that shit. They got men paying for all these trips.
Yeah.
Shit paying for they substantial.
Nails and all
Yeah,
that
right.
shit.
And, yo, you know how much that shit costs?
Yeah. Trust me, I know.
Yo,
Some cases over 100.
Yeah.
Yo.
Like I said, the average man can afford that.
these chicks will sit in a chair for 16 straight hours getting these box braids. The shit costs $450. Then they go and get their nails and toes done. That shit 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I seen that. Niggas is paying $100 for a clip.
Huh?
I'll take them clippers and kill you with them things. Fuck out of here, boy.
That shit went from $10 to $100 to $500.
Shit, wow, this society gotta be
It's
destroyed.
over with.
I know. It's funny.
Ain't gonna be no barbershop in the kingdom.
You better get your clippers and get a number one.
You're
You better
funny.
get your own. If you can't do it yourself, get a
is
brother do
funny
it
for
for you.
that. You
If you
funny.
can't do it yourself, get a brother do it for you.
Yeah,
All you gotta
you
do,
say-
I just
say
tell
good.
you, put the guard on. You never cut your put the fucking guard on. Your shit'll be a fucking.
I'm done for it. Yeah, like a mouse funny. Yeah, he's number one.
All it takes is one shit too. Yeah.
And then when that picture, you with all the haircut numbers.
Well, yeah, you do your own. Just trim your shit down, man.
But see, but the society, you want to look like a damn Grecian or Roman.
That's done.
You gotta put
Gotta
it.
have all that.
You gotta puzzle your shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, kind
That
of.
shit
Then they got the little white marks, or whatever they do.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's
nasty.
bad as hell. They went with the black out.
Yeah.
Now they got the white out.
This society
They
done.
got the black out with the white
How
out.
can you eat dinner with a nigga like that?
You know?
I'm looking at this, I'm like, look at this nigga, man.
This society done.
As soon as he go to wipe his mouth, all that
all
shit
that white
come with
come
it.
Oh my god. That gets funny.
Run it down your face. Fuck
Oh
out
yeah.
of here, man.
Don't forget about the fake beard when they paint it sometimes.
That's what I'm talking
You didn't
about.
look at it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
put. I remember this before I shoot. I could get at the barber.
When they hands
So you gonna put a card to my face and go, I said, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, they call it the Steve Harvey cut.
Put a card,
Yeah.
make your line.
See, he not a good barber. You supposed to ask. You supposed to ask your clients what they want.
I'm like, what
Cause ain't no wrong with we can go to a barber shop.
Right, right,
Just say,
right.
hey, take my shit there. He gonna look at you like,
What you mean?
you don't want no fucking.
Yeah, you find that.
Nigga, I said I don't want to just trim so I get the fuck out. Bro, just trim my shit, nigga. You ain't got what I want on the top, nigga. I want-
I don't want no number 23.
Right.
Yeah, 23. Remember in the picture, I think it's like the number 20, one of the 20s had a little Nike chain.
Yeah,
I used to
you
get
know,
that. I
you
used
heard
to
they
get
pride
that.
because
Yeah.
they
They
like
wanna show
orders.
their
They're
skills,
orders.
yeah.
So when you tell them, yo, just trim it, they like, yeah, that's funny as fuck. How much I owe you? Like, bro, just get the fuck out my shop. Oh shit. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
That's funny.
Go ahead, bro. Where we
He
at?
said,
We can drop that Ezra. Let's go.
Okay.
What's the other scripture?
You had that. He called John.
yeah, John Mark 14 too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it.
Can I back to Ezra real quick? You know, okay, because the tabernacle of David is being rebuilt. So therefore, you know, with that, David had a lot of blood on his hands. He was tearing them heathens up, you know. But this Amos,
They say he was throwing their ass off the cliff.
yeah,
Throwing Edomites off the cliff.
yeah,
During the time, watching them spraying.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Let me see what happened with this one. You imagine they next to the land and shit, you scooting them on the cliff, off the cliff.
Yep.
Apocalypto.
Yeah.
What?
You gotta watch that.
You
You gotta watch that.
You gotta go see
Yeah,
that.
Mel Gibson did that. That's a real good movie.
You gotta go see that.
You said Mel Gibson, he made that?
Yeah.
I believe it did.
It's,
Yeah, I forgot my friend. Go ahead, bro.
Come.
Oh yeah, but you read those things, you think it's gruesome, but you know how your mindset is going to change from thinking it's gruesome, because reality is about to change
yeah,
again.
exactly.
You're about to be amongst gruesome things on a regular basis, and when you're around something constantly, it becomes normalized to you, right? The only reason it seems gruesome to people, gory and all that stuff, because you're not used to it. It's not normal to you. But when you start living amongst, you start seeing it, it's going to become normal to see somebody get their head bust off.
Yep, and that's this society. Yep.
Exactly. So things you read in the scriptures, you think, oh, that's harsh. It's not harsh. You just ain't grown up with it. That's right.
Just like the American, so-called American woman looks at a man having multiple women as bulls.
As abstract.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, no, you ain't gonna cheat on me.
Right.
You go to the Eastern Hemisphere, you gonna see that all day.
That's all it is.
And they gonna be quiet. And they gonna be walking 10 steps behind their man.
It's in
You know what I mean?
it's in a man's innate nature, going back to nature.
Right.
Yeah.
We sow seed. It was even a clip with a Ishmaelite dude, and he had his woman. He was like, my woman asked for friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pointed to it.
Yeah,
Said, show me your friends.
Yeah.
And it was his other
That's
wife.
right, yeah.
They was happy as hell.
That was right.
That's
No,
right.
That was-
I was
that was
frustrated.
That's her sister wife. You know?
I said that the main one, she was frustrated because you're talking about her friends. But
We don't know that.
Well, I'm just saying.
But that's our innate nature to sow seed. That's why a man can impregnate and shit. And if I'm strong one day, I can impregnate 3 women. And as long as they're able to pregnant, I can impregnate 3 women in one day.
That's it.
And do it again the next day. That shows you it's in nature to do it, right?
Yep.
And they all, and now, and let's say I get 10 women pregnant 1 week.
Right.
They all pregnant for up to 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Some shorter, some longer. But they pregnant for months.
Yeah.
And I can still be sowing seed while they're all pregnant.
Yeah.
It's not nature teach you that a man is supposed to be a woman. Well, because the Lord said, what, be fruitful and multiply. Now, is it wise now? Of course not.
Yeah.
We're not sovereign. We don't have the means to provide for all those kids.
Yeah.
But when we do get the kingdom, for all you women out there, we're going to have as many women as our hearts desire. I'm not about to have the world, and I'm sitting here with you in the palace, just you. That's whack as hell. You going to want me to get more women. We in a big ass place. We got the world. You need why? She'll tell you that. That's why the women mind will get changed too. All the women that don't want to accept that type of culture, they're gonna be changed too.
Yep.
When they start getting their servants and they see how they're gonna be living, the last thing on their minds will be worrying about their sister wife.
You know.
That's gonna be their best friends for one.
Exactly.
Man, remember, we gonna have them spiritual bodies.
Yeah.
Shit, one woman ain't gonna be
You
able
want
to
to break?
They gonna be where I look.
Want to break?
Whoa! I seen this young Judite in the field, you know.
Yeah.
Not the field, but
How you feel about her?
That's real to that God, bro.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You looking at the brothers are gonna be well endowed. I'm just keeping. I'm gonna keep it PG. We're gonna be well endowed. Energy gonna be on supernatural.
Yep.
And like I always say, my heathen women gonna get rough.
Oh yeah.
You will not. What he said, 300. You will not enjoy this.
Yeah.
Oh man, well, yeah, it's the last thing you gonna get from me.
I ain't making love to your ass. You ain't my Israelite wife. And they're gonna be virgins too when you get them. Yep. Now, the Israelite woman gonna be the prettiest woman on the planet.
That's right.
So you ain't even gonna want to have. You ain't gonna want to make love no heathen woman. You just gonna have them just because you can have them.
Yeah.
When you see what the Lord does to all, especially Judah, when Judah get her hair back, woo! When Judah hair starts going down to her feet.
Yep.
That's why the Lord had to make her as boy.
Yeah.
Because the scripture said they used to walk around one time.
That's right.
They used to walk like this.
Yep.
That was back then. They was walking. And you know that. Look at big ass, hair long,
They walk around like
melanin popping. You know they was bad. See, fucking Judah, them fucking creeps. They over the gate.
middle of the war, right?
No.
it was back in King David. You talking about?
No. I said, in the apocrypha.
Oh,
the two,
the elders.
Yeah. Who was it? They was lusting after.
Diane. No, Diane.
No.
Delilah.
No.
Her name. Susanna.
Right? She taking a bath, hating in the
Right.
Oh, it was the two men, and they tried to
They try to run the train on them.
Yeah.
But that just show you how bad our women used to be. That they'll drive elders of society.
Yeah.
Crazy, you know. So the Lord had to make Judah bald fucking. I mean, he took they bald head. That shit is that normal.
And that's really the curse, because no matter some of our women, some of the Judite women, No matter what they do, they can't grow their hair.
Yeah, that shit.
No matter what.
No matter what. They can put shea moisture, coconut oil, they can do whatever the fuck. It's a curse.
I'm natural.
And that's why that weaving, that fake hair, is $1 billion industry, and these heathens know that.
Yep.
That's true, bro.
Because that was a curse upon Southern Kingdom. Even but Northern Kingdom's hair gonna be longer in the kingdom too, and it's gonna be more beautiful. Because they're gonna have access to every type of oil that I have never seen, every type of fragrance. They're gonna be bathed in milk, honey, all type of magnificent oils. It's everything. We're gonna have the full knowledge of what helps your hair grow and stay luxurious. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen like a woman? I've seen the Southern Kingdom. They'll have long hair and it has like that fluffy. It look like, damn, like when it just done though. And it's like damn, that shit look good. That's how their hair gonna fucking look. You know? We gonna be some beautiful people in that day, man. Because we gonna have access to everything that makes you beautiful. Not to mention we gonna be changed and made beautiful anyways without all that stuff. We just gonna shine just because we just gonna we gonna be gods.
That's
We're
what
gonna be able to turn up our luminescence, turn it down. If I don't want the heat to look at me, I just make myself bright as the sun. Why? And blind the shit out of you. Get around the brothers, turn it down. We're on next level, man. Teleportation, reading minds, creation, next level superiority. But that's the inheritance of Yasharallah. That's the inheritance of the sons of the Most High. That's always been our inheritance. That's why when you're reading the scriptures, they always, how long? They even tell you, how Shai. Lord, matter of fact, get it in Acts. When you at this time, said it Acts 2.
Come.
Because they were ready for the Lord to set it. They were ready to get the fuck out of Rome. But they didn't understand that they would have to come back in the reincarnation and do it all over again. Because why? Rome had to be revised one more time, pursuant to what? The Daniel prophecy, the 10 toes. That's the only way, which proves they didn't have the full understanding of it, because they would have understood that the Daniel prophecy would have wasn't finished yet during the time of ancient Rome. But now we have the full understanding, right? Because the legs of iron were what? The legs were wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
The feet, the 10 toes, the miry clay. That's the European Union, the revised Roman Empire. Go ahead, bro.
It's Acts chapter 1 and verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the time or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. Verse 8, but ye shall receive the power after that the Holy Spirit is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the earth.
So yeah, they was ready to get the fuck up out of captivity. Lord, will you at this time restore to us the kingdom so we can rule? Right? And that's the same mindset that we have, but now we have the full understanding and we grasp, okay, we're almost there now. We don't have to come back in the reincarnation and do this again. This is the last hurrah. That's why brothers going so hard, right? Brothers is putting forth their full effort to please Yahweh Bashar, because this is it. The final tally marks are being made, all right? The final assessments are being made. We time to turn the test in, get graded, right? Some brothers gonna be going up there, shaking, handing their tests in. Other brothers gonna be confident. I studied. I know I aged that. You remember in school, you knew when you studied, you didn't study. When you study, you was like, yeah, nigga, let's get it. You try to be the first one to turn your shit in. Yeah, nigga. And you looking at everybody else, you look at your homeboy. There, nigga.
Yeah, kind of. That's what they
Yeah. But when you ain't study, you got that look on your face like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? I remember fucking, what was it? I think that shit was chemistry. That shit was too fucking hard. I ain't even bubble one fucking answer. I got in trouble for that shit too. She came to collect the test. She just said, what the fuck? You ain't even, ain't no point. Ain't no point. You know you don't know a goddamn answer. You can do that. You can do the C's.
Right, yeah.
Mix up
switch
shit.
Yeah,
C, A, B, D,
can.
B, C. That shit don't work.
Hey.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 9, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven,
Yeah, so a cloud came and got him. Right after he said that too. What was that cloud? Cherry.
Yep.
You think when you ever seen a cloud move and come get somebody?
Right.
It's a chariot, man. It's a vehicle. It's turned for me. If the Lord ain't gonna put UFO in it. The Bible is a cold locked book. It's meant to be cold locked. All right. The parables are meant for who to understand, the prophets. We break the code through the spinning part of Yahweh Shema for you to understand. It's not meant for everybody to get it. That's why you just gotta have the spirit on you to know what it means. They don't say UFO there. They don't say nuclear missiles. Get your stupid ass out of here, man. You ain't got the order. But in that day they gonna come and ask us for it, right? And we gonna tell them what? Hey, go see if they sell it, up the street.
Yeah. Go to the market.
We better get the
Go
fuck
to
out
the
of
flea
here.
market. They
Yeah,
got plenty of oil.
yeah.
Then it said when they went to go buy the oil,
Right.
we would go.
Yep.
They come back. We got oil. Nigga, the missiles coming now, bitch.
Yep.
You done.
Yep.
You don't want to be the unwise verse.
Yep. Yeah, those parables like that just show you, man, ain't no time to waste in this thing. You know, you might think you have time to get it. Hey, babe, hey, now is high time, you know, to wake out of sleep, you know? Hey, but Jake's in that sleepy mindset, you know?
Okay. You can drop that.
Drop that.
Finish it.
All right, this back in Amos 9, and let's get straight to the point, 11, and it says, and in that day will I raise up, actually, I'm going to start at 10. It says, Amos 9 and 10, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Oh, but I thought sinners were supposed to be forgiven.
Yep.
No, only certain sinners can be forgiven. And that's the elect. Because the elect understands the only way to be forgiven is through the blood of Yahweh Shai, not the blood of Jesus.
Yeah.
These fucking cotton picking niggas. Through.
Yep.
Mary would have a potluck at
You know what that is. That's that work shit.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying earlier, how you have to get along with people because you work.
Because you work with it.
Nobody like the ass.
Shit.
Yeah, they probably all talk shit to each other.
Go ahead, bro.
It's verse 10 again, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake us.
And that's what they're saying. They keep telling us the destruction not going to come, the
Yeah.
judgment not going to come.
Yeah.
Y'all should be grateful that the Lord didn't bring the destruction yet.
Yeah.
For mercy's sake, he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
He said once he tells the angels on the four corners, okay, let loose, everything is going to just shift on the earth. Because the elect is going to be sealed in that
That's
day.
it.
The Lord's been holding back the destruction for who? The elect's sake.
Sake.
So brothers can come out and listen to this word. That's the only reason the destruction can come. So this word can be finalized throughout the earth.
Yeah.
And it's already done. We're already there. The word has been pushed through the four corners already. Everybody and their mama heard about it. And then once they demonize us, that's when it's really going to kick it to another notch. Like we were speaking about for the camera cuts on. Can the brother give me that revelation? Once they start demonizing us, like I was telling this bro, you may see a brother or elder on the news. You see them walking down the street, face. You hear their voice. You see it on the TV. They blow up a building. Oh, extremists, black Hebrew Israelite. You see, you like, that's the brother from that camp. That's the elder. But little do you know that's deep fake technology. AI manipulated voice.
Right.
But how can we prove them wrong? It's all over CNN. It's all over Fox. They created that technology for us. You don't be surprised you see something like that. And then they just, we gotta come against them Hebrew Israelites. That's when we're gonna have to run. But see, that's when the famine of the word comes. Right? The Lord gonna take us off the streets.
Yeah.
We're gonna be deemed as terrorists in the state, which we already are. They just haven't come for us yet.
Right.
You gotta think about it. They came for the Black Panthers. They came for every so-called black movement there was, infiltrated and destroyed it. How much more the truth? You know they about to come for us. Heavy.
Yeah.
They infiltrated, you mean the so-called comforter, man. You remember during the FBI raid? Yeah, so they got him.
They shot Fred Hampton in his sleep.
Oh, they did him.
So what the hell you think they're trying to do to us? Fred Hampton wasn't teaching the truth. But see, they can't touch us yet because the Lord has a guard on us.
That's right.
Once the Lord says, okay, now y'all can touch some of the bros. That's when some bros gonna have to get touched for prophecy's sake.
Right.
Because it's written. That's the only reason some bros gonna get touched.
Right.
But some bros ain't gonna get touched.
Yep. Some shall not taste of death.
Yeah.
You know? But that's why we tell bros this is serious when you come and you be amongst us. It's just not something you just want to join and say, palm y'all and scream to the top of your lungs, because you gotta remember we're still at war. We was going into that word adversary earlier.
Right.
We still have an adversary that
Right.
wants us dead.
Right.
Right? We're talking about a bloodthirsty individual that will not stop until he sees us dead. Because he thinks that's where he's gonna win. He's only able to operate within the carnality.
Yeah.
So he thinks killing us or harming us physically, he wins. But you don't. All right? Go ahead, bro. So we ready. Come on. Touch the brothers, whoever you gonna touch. Come on. Do it, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Hurry up. Because the Lord is going, as soon as you touch a brother's hell, any of the brothers' heads, things is going, shit is going to move like the Exorcist.
Yeah.
Shit is going to move fast. It's going to move fast. You may hear about a brother getting locked up. You may hear about a brother getting put to death. You throw up a prayer, but you know that the destruction can be out. We getting beat up every day, any day now. Brothers is done. We gonna get beat up any day now. You know, when that's going on, and I can't wait for the demonization. That's the time I've been waiting for the most, because you're gonna see who really about it. No matter if he say about it.
Exactly.
You're gonna see who stand on their principles as a men.
Exactly.
You're gonna see a lot of Israelites count their tail, but when the whole world start looking at us like, oh, we the problem, you the problem. They terrorists. A lot of Israelites are racist on my profile. Backspace.
Use that backspace.
They're gonna delete all his friends' pictures.
Yep.
He a new creature.
Yeah.
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna forsake the truth.
Yep.
Because it's gonna get bad out here, man. You see the brothers that don't love their life in this world, you can't threaten us with that. You know? Nigga, I ain't on social media, so nigga, what you gonna do with me? Brother like me. For brothers that are on it, the sincere brothers, they don't give a fuck about that shit either. They just using it for whatever reason they're using it for. We ain't in this world like other people, man. You know? Zoned out, man, in a whole nother. We understand we've been put here to fulfill a mission, right? Get something done, get something accomplished. Right? That's to feed the flock, right? Even if it comes out of death, we say our mission is done. I did what I had to do. Right now, I go in the spirit realm, wait for my reward, and come back and rule. Fuck this dusty ass society, man. This shit played out. Keep doing the same shit, listening to the same shit, buying the same shit, eating the same shit, looking at the same hole, working at the same shit.
Living in this society essentially will draw you away from your power. It will draw you away from, we have the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding now. If you really wanted to live in this society, you wouldn't be out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Or not sincerely, you know.
Go ahead, bro. Your brother give me John. He didn't know the word.
I think it's second of your first John, I think 2:15.
Revelation.
This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried.
Yeah, that you may be tried. So the Lord has deemed that some brothers have to be tried in that way for him to be pleased with them. Some brothers may do enough to where they don't have to go through that. The Lord said, I'm pleased with what he's done up to this point. He don't need to get thrown in the prison. But the Lord may look at you and say, I want him thrown in the prison to try him more. He didn't do enough, or maybe I just want him thrown in the prison. For my glory's sake, the Lord can do that.
Yeah.
So you may be in a prison, but you know why you're supposed to know why you asked for the glory of Yahweh. He's trying you to see if you're worthy. Right? He's trying to see if you're worthy. So you'll sit in that prison and you go sit like Paul. Paul was in prison, and what was Paul doing? I'm going to have you know the head of the woman is the man. Head of the man is Yahweh. He can get down. He can busy in the prison. Get this out there.
Hey, John the Baptist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was charging Hera's wife, right? So much grief. She said, what, behead him?
Yeah, he was in that prophesy.
Yeah.
Wasn't it her birthday, I believe?
It was her daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
And her mother had her daughter asked, he said, give me John the Baptist's head.
He was down there. He was because when after they lost the money, he was cutting him out.
Yeah.
What you think? You gonna take a madman that's in the wilderness every day, all day, prophesy, and lock him in a building?
Yeah.
They really about
It's
to
his
turn.
nature to the whole way he pulled his hand. Before you locked him in the cage. You know what I'm saying? And then that brother there, man, hey, oh, that's a brother there.
Yeah.
That brother didn't care about nothing but cussing you in.
Yeah.
That's why Yahweh like him so much. Favorite.
I think he was having sex with
Oh, that's John the Revelator.
I did the Revelator.
his wife. Philip.
Yep. Hey, John had that's the type of spirit we want in us. To where you out in the prison and you still go. You ain't even thinking about the fact you in the prison. You prophesy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if anybody else get locked in the prison, they bugging the fuck out.
I brought that scripture out in my lesson today. Whatever thou do thou work with might. So regardless where he was at, he was going full throttle. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into
And
prison.
that's why it's good to spend time with yourself too. Because whether you're in prison or not, the Lord may have you by yourself, you know, through your journey through Jacob's trouble. And if you're not comfortable being by yourself, that can buzz you out too. Some people have to always be around other people.
Yeah.
Right? It's helpful to get that alone time there. To get comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
Get comfortable with your own thoughts, your demons. You never tackle your demons one-on-one in private and know what your demons are, know your weak points. Your demons gonna eat you up when you're alone. Right? You gotta take time. Okay, this is my weak spot. I know this demon. Okay. Comfortable with this. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
It says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
That can be actual 10 days. That can be 3 days. It can be a month. You know what I'm saying? And however long you there, you gotta be faithful. But just know the Lord is there for you. He's not gonna put you through anything you're not able to bear. You know, they may come in there and fuck with you. You know how they if you in there, they gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Talk shit. Spit on you, probably. Who knows what they're gonna be able to do. See what they did with the Lord when they had him. They didn't just lock him up. They were beating on him while he was locked up. Spitting on him, slapping. You know, we're not greater than Yahweh Shah, man. So you gotta set your mind on, you know, going through hardships while you're here in captivity, because that's where we're at. We're in captivity. Regardless of what, that's why I tell 2/3, regardless if you suffer for righteousness' sake or not, you're gonna suffer.
Yeah.
It's either you're gonna suffer for wickedness or you're gonna suffer for righteousness' sake.
You know?
The devil about to bring your ass through hell.
God.
All half of y'all couldn't even make it through C19 shit.
Yeah.
Mental breakdowns. Look, I can't go nowhere. I can't
need a
do shit.
mental day.
I can't do shit.
That was light level too.
That
I
shit
need a day for my
hella
mental
level.
health.
You see what happened when your brother posted a
Suicide,
video?
you know?
Oh yeah. When your brother posted like I said, you know, this is during the pandemic when I don't know, some Edomite somewhere in Brazil, he jumped off the building.
Yeah.
And his brain was, you see his brain residue on.
Yeah, it got to the point where with the pandemic,
He said,
that the jobs was actually granting people like 2 to 3 mental health days.
Right.
Paid off. You know what I mean? Like this place is bullshit. Yo. Like now that he start feeling some of the effects, now okay, let's take it light on society. You know? We've been getting our ass handed to us since before we got over this, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Soft towns breed weak people.
That's right.
the pandemic might have been over, but I mean, people still affected to this day, as far as like what evictions.
Idiots walking around with masks on their face.
Yeah.
They mentally fucked up.
After 3 years.
Yeah, right.
Niggas still got a nigga still
I seen last week.
Yeah,
I seen the dude walking by himself with it on. He was like, it was a great shape too. Then I seen last week somebody driving in the
car by himself.
In the car by himself with a mask on.
Mentally ill people need to be locked in their cell or
Yeah.
something.
Hey, shalom, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, mentally ill.
Just imagine with the MOTV, man.
You know that nigga mentally ill. This place gotta be destroyed. Nigga like that just walking. That nigga just breathing air. That nigga don't know what he's doing.
Jesus existed.
He said he just existed.
Like, what are you doing? No
Yeah.
purpose.
They got that Moab spirit. Just walking.
Nigga sit back here, stomach out here. Nigga just front.
Shoulders way back there.
Wait.
It says Revelation 2:11. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death.
That's right. What's the second death? The loops. Right? All you people that look at us with disgust, y'all gonna die the same death y'all died in the first death.
Yep.
Y'all died in the flood, y'all gonna die in the loops. Right? You was off of that no, shut the fuck up. Right? Then it rained and you was screaming for So we don't care about your loops. We gonna keep building the spiritual ark.
No, it's like circle got smaller, everybody can't go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a heavy joke, man. Heavy joke. You know, it's a lot of. I was meditating the other day. I was like, man, it's a lot of people. Especially when you travel, you like, yo, it's a lot of people on the earth. It's a lot of people on this earth.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And people steady having kids.
Yeah.
I mean, this earth. It's a normal amount of people on this earth. They try to number it, but you can't number it.
You can't
A lot
number
of
it.
people on the earth. It's a crazy amount. You know, just in your city, it's a crazy amount of people. So just imagine the deaths, bro.
And I think people don't really, especially in the inner city, I don't think people realize how many people are in the city because the way Esau builds up high. You know what I mean? So if you go to the damn projects, like say you go to a projects, especially like up north, you got thousands and thousands of people that might live on one block. You know what I mean? And they got families, you know?
That's why you got people that never left their city and they see different people every day.
Right.
They never, their
Yeah,
whole life
yeah,
never left
yeah,
their city.
yeah,
and it's like
yeah.
seeing different people every day. That's
Yeah.
how big the earth is.
true.
How many people on the earth. Then you think about other states, think about other countries. It's crazy. But the death is going to be. Whew, that show you the Lord's wrath for Him to put to death that many people. So His wrath is very, very it's serious, bro.
And of course, Esau is the wicked sword, so yeah.
To burn the whole America.
I
Bro,
drove,
that's judgment.
I drove over Queensbridge.
Look, all these people, they died. All of them. All these people gonna die. All of them. All these people you see, death. All them driving around in cars, dead. It's a remnant that's gonna be saved. You see the remnant.
Yeah.
Lord, when we stay in this.
Okay.
This the remnant in Virginia.
Dang.
This the remnant.
Yeah, that's a small number. That's a small, very, very, very small number.
It was big too.
Yeah,
You
kind
gotta think, if we part of the 144, which we are, it's the remnant in Virginia.
Damn.
And the brothers we got, you know what I'm saying, the other sprinkle parts, that ain't a lot at all. But it makes sense, because only 1 in 44,000. That's why it's smaller versus sanctuaries. So we just gotta continue.
Okay.
I don't see any other brothers standing in the right doctrine every week in Virginia. So it gotta be us. We just gotta stay in it. Stay in it.
That's right.
Remixing the doctrine.
We ain't changing, no, we ain't cursing our elders out. We ain't looking for vainglory. We just come out here and teach the truth. What the fuck is that?
He was bugged out. He'll come out the house in a bathrobe, garbage bag.
Rain shit.
Yeah.
God damn. Good, bro. Spirits.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
And I wouldn't trade this in for the world, not no pussy.
Nope, nothing.
Give me a virgin.
Nothing.
Give me a virgin that never good man. I'm talking sad.
Send it back.
She look how I want to look. Damn.
Yeah.
Stiff on me.
Yeah. Take it back. Send it back.
Yeah, not even hit the Lord. Because what the fuck am I? Okay, I got
You
more,
know?
but I'm buying more shoes.
Right.
Come on, man. I want to learn about life, the earth, move around, build, create, be a god. I want the inheritance that my father said I'm supposed to get. I don't want no fucking lottery ticket. I want what the scripture said. Give me enough sufficient for me.
Yes, sir.
Not too much, not
That's
too
it.
little.
That's it.
My daily bread. Enough for me to get by. I'm good till the Lord comes back and gets us. Now in the kingdom, the Lord said we're gonna have this never-ending abundance. Yeah, then we can pop our shit.
You know?
Oh yeah, I'm iced out, baby. We can pop our shit in the kingdom. You know, that's the time to do it.
Yeah.
How you gonna pop your shit when you a slave? The senses that make Jay don't understand that. He saw me looking at you like
real.
goofies.
He said, "Bobby Shea as a slave."
Yeah, right.
Here it is. They run the world, and you popping your shit.
Right.
Yeah, nigga, I'm at the BET Awards, nigga. Look at me, nigga.
Right.
That's funny.
They like, look at these slaves. Happy to be at the BET Awards.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Goofballs, man.
I can
Yeah,
see
let's
it.
put some more fucking arsenic in their water.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny.
Ship this to the BET Awards.
It's an arsenic in the water.
That's a low level. I was something like that.
Yeah, I just
I
love
would,
that
I
was
would claim the hell out of that.
Yo, we was on the same.
Put her in my harem. How old are you?
Yeah.
She gonna wait until you at marriageable age.
Yeah.
We was around the same school.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all
funny,
right,
yeah,
y'all
funny.
right.
That's right.
Hey, good, bro.
That's all you had on it?
I wanted to jot down
I got that from John.
verse 17. It says, "He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and the stone a new name written."
Hey, hold on, bro.
What's like?
Spirits always gravitate to us. That's how you know we the prophets, bro. How the fuck you come sit around? This is spirits, bro.
We used to have that in Cleveland. It was
Agarika Shaitan.
Oh,
Agarika Shaitan. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemah Shah. Agarika Shaitan. You gotta believe it.
And just like that.
That's what I said. Call all Yahweh
That's all y'all
Shemah
must
Shah.
know shit.
Brothers don't know what I said. That's why I repeat
you
you
can see
say.
it.
Yep.
Call all Yahweh Shemah
different
Shah.
ways.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't- you might come back. Keep reading. The word is watching the word.
Revelation 2:17. "He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it." That white stone is going into victory, man. So we're gonna get new identities, a new name, man, new bodies. All right, when we enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, man. Lord willing, we be of that number.
Brother just got a message that man just died up the street. Car crash.
There you go. There you go.
Look. Wait, go and expound some more on that, Zorio.
Con, I'll read it again. It says, verse 17, "He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, save he that receiveth it." Right? So going into that white stone, man, all right, once you overcome, this flesh, you overcome this captivity, all right, by the Spirit power of Yahweh Bashmi Yahshua, you're going to receive that, that white stone, which is a symbolization of victory, okay? Because white meaning pure, man, all right? So we're going to have those, freshly garments, all right? Like the brother was saying, we're going to be decked out, all right? We ain't no longer going to be in America anymore, man. All right, we're going to be praising our power in Yerushalayim, man, all right? We Yahweh Bashmi Yahshua drinking that, that fine wine, man, all right? Receiving that crown. That was it.
That's word.
First John.
I got a quick one. Quick.
All right, go ahead.
This
Yo, man.
This 1 John. This is going into Revelation 2:10. And it says 1 John 12, and it says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which the Lord have promised to him that love him. You know, and ultimately, hey, that's what that endurance. This is what we're doing right now is the endurance. Lord willing, we stay in the spirit. You know, because there's nothing else that's can satisfy us in that time of trouble, or get us out of that time of trouble. You know, that was it.
Beautiful. 1 John 2:15. It reads, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world."
You're in the pride of life. Right?
My birthday.
Yeah,
It's my so-and-so party.
Yeah.
Come glorify me,
Right.
worship me, give me gifts. This day, that day, Mother's Day.
What about the Lord's Day?
Right.
What about the Sabbath? All right?
Talking about Easter.
What about Easter? What about every day the Lord wakes you up, puts breath in your nostrils? Who you giving thanks to when you wake up? If it ain't to the Creator, then you going on. And this ain't even, and then any day you're susceptible to death,
Yeah.
judgment.
Yeah.
Because Jesus ain't your creator. Jehovah ain't your creator. Right?
Ja.
He got a name.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:1.
I remember her.
A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. You know, so that mentality, oh, it's my birthday, this is about me. Nah, you shouldn't be in that spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because this is not of you. At any given time, the Lord can whoop that ass. You know what I mean? He could bring you back down low. You know. And, you know, the brothers talking about, we don't care. We want salvation more than hitting the lottery. Because, hey, yeah, we can hit the lottery on the side, but, hey, within a blink of an eye, it could be taken from us, you know? Or you could hit the lottery for millions of dollars and then get in a terrible car crash the next day. You can't even so-called enjoy it.
Yeah, I seen a post. She was decent looking young lady too, man. Got in a car accident. Lord turned her to a vegetable. I mean, you see her on the street, you'd be like, man, I'm gonna get her number. Lord heard in the wheel. You couldn't even recognize her face. Like,
Oh yeah.
her brain changed the way her face was.
Yeah.
And then she
The
died.
model, right?
Yeah.
She just died.
Oh,
Oh.
we talking about the one
I don't think we talking about the same one. But she just died. They said they knew she wasn't gonna live long. She just died after living. That's judgment.
Yep.
The Lord had her turn to a vegetable, and then had her die.
Hey, look at Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx just had like a real bad stroke. He just not like it. Well, they ain't really say it, but they say keep him in prayers and all that. And you know, he's full up. He's rich as hell.
You know, all them homosexual parties she be having in Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, like I brought out, I did a lesson. God I grew up in the world. You seen it? I showed you the picture, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He started getting, his so-called dreams was coming true. He opened up his own restaurant, and it was a seafood restaurant. So he's handing out abominable food, and he lives in a predominantly Jake area.
Yeah,
So he's just
yeah.
giving all his people this debt. And then one day, he called me and he was cooking, and the fire raised up in the kitchen, and he panicked and basically picked up the pot, and this pot flipped on him and burned his hands up real bad. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it looked like Freddy Krueger face. You know what I'm saying? And my brother was the one that made me think. He was like, hey, what was he doing with his hands? You see how the Most High do you?
That's it.
You know what I mean? Hey, man, it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of a living power.
Yeah, the Lord can, just because you walking with two legs, and talking with him, the Lord can take this stuff away from you. He can take away your mobility. You got to be grateful for what you have and then utilize it for righteousness' sake. That's why the scripture say, look, let's see the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh, shall keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. You ain't doing that. And off with your legs, off with your mind. Do this thing. He allow the angels do anything to you.
He's free limits. Go get him.
He'll tell, hey, they off with it. Don't harm them too much.
We got quick
Too
preset.
much, right? They still,
Yeah.
we still get it.
Them you can wrap him around a pole. You can have his brains blown out in the corner store.
Yeah.
You can have them kidnapped, turned into sex slaves. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. just a quick precept. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 9, and it says, "Why is earth and ashes proud? There is none more." So like it says, "Why is earth and ashes proud?" It says, "There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such as one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels."
Weird, bro.
Yeah. So hey, it gotta show you, man. You know what I mean? You mean why are you so proud? You know, like I said, you're mortal. Like I said, you're not immortal. You know, you're not like a special being. You're just like anybody else. You know that gets sick. You know that poison, die, earth. You know, like I said, what we need to change the darkness, man. Which is what the flesh, man.
Yep.
You know, like I said, the flesh is weak, man. Like I said, the flesh is basically acceptable to anything, man. You know, as I said, 1,000 ways to die, one way to burn, man. You know?
Earth and ashes proud. To dust we return.
Yeah.
Spirit goes back to the Father that created.
That's right.
Anytime he deems necessary.
That's right.
Whenever he wants to call your spirit back up, he'll do that.
That's right. Like I said, man, as I say, tell myself, my body, my choice, or free will. There's no free
There's no
will.
free, but ain't no my body. Your body is in control of Yahweh Shalom Shah. And not only that, you fucking women, if you get a man, that's not your body. That's your man. That's my body. If I got a woman, that's supposed to, her body is my body. If I'm horny, I can have something. It's not rape. But they say that's rape. How the fuck can you rape your wife?
All they want to say is, he's controlling me, or he's manipulative. You know.
Yeah. What does scripture say? He that get up for woman, get up for possession.
You know, possession. That's my problem. You know? And I tell you what to do with it. Put clothes on. I don't want you to walking in the house like that. Put clothes on my body. I don't want other men looking at my body.
Yeah.
That's my body. Those are my breasts. That's my ass. Look at the foot fetish.
Comes out, huh?
They always say about it. They always go for the feet.
Hey, look, ain't nothing wrong with that.
They always go for the toes and the feet, man.
Yeah.
She turned put on some shoes and like,
Funny.
you know.
Because you got Jason's like that. Look at them feet.
Yeah,
Nigga be getting off this whole shit.
Yeah.
JJ.
Baby, you need to cover up. And then in our law, really, we're people that cover up anyways, even men. Like even us, we're not supposed to have our arms and showing. We're not supposed to dress like this.
Yeah, that's why the elders put that order out that no more wearing shorts. We gotta have our legs.
Like really, none of your nakedness is supposed to be even for men. Like when you're out and about, none of your nakedness is supposed to be.
Yeah, time.
Yeah, we wear long garments to cover our which that's beautiful culture too when you look at it, because it's like it brings the excitement. I wonder what she looked like. You know what I'm saying? Then you get the unraveling her. But when she already got the shit,
I already see.
you know exactly what it is.
You see her nipples. You see her nipples already.
Yeah, you see, you already.
They in the leggings. You already know what they got. You know.
But when she covered up,
They gotta wear see-through leggings.
yeah.
You see everything.
And it's just a dignified custom to be covered up.
That's right.
Gone.
It shows morals, standards,
And also, self-respect.
Even when you look at these other countries, the way they dress, they cover up. They wear clothes where they always cover up.
That's right.
It's just a
That's
thing.
right,
Really not supposed to expose your nakedness. Go ahead, bro.
And they got those customs for us. I mean, ultimately, because if you look in the East, those are heavy customs. That's why the East pretty much dominantly hates the West. Because they push all these lewd philosophies. They ultimately got it from Greece. When they was pushing those gymnasiums. They would
niggas wearing togas.
Nigga
Nigga got cloth. It's just a long cloth, and he takes it and put it on his shoulder and wrap it around his balls.
Right.
Wrap it on his way, and then go outside.
Right.
That's Esau for you, man.
Yep.
Nasty ass, vile ass people, man.
Yeah, every time he's around, the clothes get smaller and smaller. You see more and more flesh. You know what I mean?
Open toe toes.
The bodybuilders, remember? I used to look, even as a little kid, they had them bodybuilder contests. How the fuck? He got a damn G-string on, yeah? This shit look crazy. Y'all know what I'm talking about? They be up there with the spray tan, and these grown men walking around with a G-string. Yeah, it's Esau, man. That's Esau, man. They can have a couture for, man. Their soul is not upright in them, man.
Niggas can't dress, they don't never match their clothes.
Yeah.
See, in the kingdom, we gonna be in charge of the textile industries.
That's
all
it.
the silk,
That's it.
linens, cottons, all the fabrics of the earth. We gonna be in charge of it. Nigga, you ain't getting nothing but fucking. What's the lowest quality fabric there is? Better Google that for me real quick.
Polyester.
Your ass, he ain't getting that. This shit gonna be like cardboard paper.
Probably.
He gonna get like that bag that he got. He gonna be dressed in paper bag. Fuck out of here. You not getting no type of fabrics, man. Cause even when you give us fabrics, you give us the base of the base.
Kind
It was just whack ass cotton.
On top of that, it's mixed fabric.
It's mixed
That's
fabric.
it. That's it.
Cotton mixed in with other shit. Low level polyester. He don't even give you 100% real polyester. He give you these cotton socks. Cotton socks that make your feet stink because you're sweating in them all day.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to wear cotton socks.
Yep. Cotton. Yep.
Then you put on these sneakers where your temperature hot in your shoe.
Yeah, they say wool lives, but wool can't be.
That's what.
But it say polyester, viscose, nylon, and acrylic.
Yeah, they make
Yeah,
it nylon.
Yeah, because that nylon, you know.
Nylon.
Acrylic too. You gotta think about it. That's what
Yeah.
they be putting girls put nail in their nails.
Acrylic.
All artificial shit.
You can wear some acrylic nylon shit.
Yeah.
Also, they bras, they put that stuff in there, they give you cancer.
Yeah, the wire.
Yeah, the wire.
The wire is unknown. Man, he's a devil, yo. He make it look pretty because the push-up bra was big. After a woman has their children, their body goes out of shape. Especially if they breastfeed or whatever.
Exactly.
So they created that push-up bra. But that underlining wire in there was given out, and it was targeting Jake
Yeah,
women.
I remember.
They was getting the ones getting the cancer.
Yeah.
They probably put some type of radiation in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how,
Yeah,
like
devil,
some of
yo.
them get breast cancer.
Hey, to the point. We just now coming back to it. The deodorant we use in it is cancerous.
Yeah.
But then you try to get the natural shit, and 3 hours later you smelling like Game 7
I found
in
the perfect one
overtime.
too because I
Dr.
used
Taylor.
Dr. Squatch.
They soap like that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
put me on that.
that's
you
the
soap
best
like
natural. I advertise. Brothers want to get
Yeah, you
natural
put me on
deodorant.
Squat.
Yep,
Dr.
yep.
Squat.
Yep,
Because I
yep.
tried
He's advertising the hell
some of
out
them
of that.
natural brands. That shit had my skin burned. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Man, I was at work the other day, Game 7,
Yeah.
double overtime. Or something.
Or they go, or they too
I was
weak.
like, ooh. I was like, what is that?
Yeah. Or some of them too weak.
Yeah,
But
that's
that
what I'm
the
saying.
Dr. Squatch is the best deodorant I've
I
had.
heard Dr. Tails is good too as well. Cause Jake, we don't like that gel. We need that powder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they need
we
the
need
powder.
that
We need the
powder,
powder
you
shit.
know?
That gel shit that had your ass.
Yeah.
Where we at?
It's out here.
Yeah, I got a stick.
Yeah, I see. Call on y'all about
Call out your
some
lesson
Oh,
shot.
call on you.
That's almost every week, man. Almost every week.
Shalom.
We on fire. But yeah, like the jail shit, that
That
shit
shit.
has me sweat.
Yeah.
It's still up
Gotta
there?
wear that
You
around the
got
house.
that powder shit. And the Dr. Squatch, it don't leave like real stains. So
You can get that
Put me
They
on to
sold
Palo Santos deal.
it work for you.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as the shit work for you, but the regular deodorant brands, stay away from the
away
hard
from
them shits.
metal chemicals.
Yep.
Oh
Because
yeah,
that shit
you know,
comes
get the
on some
African
different
soap too.
levels.
The African soap, I'm talking about the real one.
Oh, I got that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
yeah, that's good too.
The one I get is natural. It's called DUDU. And it's in the herb spot. I got that right now. You know it's real African soap because the more and more you use it, it breaks off.
It breaks off.
You don't want that jet black stuff because that's not real African soap. The real African soap is like dark brown.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
like
can
a
see
rock.
the aloe in it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
You know what I
doors
mean?
with like clothes up.
Right,
But
right.
we learning over.
That's
we
what I was
trying
gonna say,
shit.
yeah.
We learning over. We trial and error, goddamn.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
But
I'm natural. Then you go to fuck.
yeah.
wonder why they looking at you like that. But then on top of it, another thing this devil do,
Stop, man.
anything that's beneficial to us, what is it? He makes it hard to find it, and when you can find it, hey, the water how about Shimmy I found an herb spot right by my crib. I mean, you're gonna pay, but it's reasonable. But
You get what you pay for.
everything like I got black seed oil toothpaste now. You know how beneficial black seed oil is? Just to rinse it around your mouth, get all the poisons out of you, man. Come on, man.
Yep.
You just got
Brothers
Jay
try to
gotta
find good
read.
toothpaste too, because all that stuff, you gotta understand, those metals aren't good for your brain.
Yeah, right.
It clogs your brain, it causes headaches, it causes stress. All them heavy metals ain't meant to be in our body. So
Yeah, kind
we
of.
try to be as natural as we can.
That's why, like I said, everybody's by different, but like I said, hygiene is very important. That's why even like all the metal stuff, all the mercury, all that stuff is mercury, man. That's why let's say you go to the dentist, you gotta make sure that you get white filling instead of mercury.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, 'cause over time, like you said, it rots your tooth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of body wash and deodorants and things out there that give you like abscess and whatnot on your body because all them heavy metals and things that are very unnatural for the body.
Yeah, and on top of that, like I said, brothers on the budget, they can, even though it's not, they might not like the taste of it, but you can also use baking soda in itself. Just use baking soda. Baking soda and water and just brush your teeth.
Yep.
The brothers on the budget. It's crazy, man, stuff that you learn, man.
Yeah.
I don't tell you none of this. You actually have to do your own research, and somebody has to tell you that to do the research.
Yeah.
But all the wicked stuff that they do, all the stuff that they do behind the scenes, man. That's why, it's always, like I said, man, we learn something new every day, man. Like I said, the clothes that we wear, the foods that we eat, the stuff that we put in our bodies, man. It's a slow effect, man. But over time, it may not be a year, it may be like 5 or 10 years, and then after that, the effects start coming in. That's how the devil works. He always works with gradualism, man.
Yeah. What you talking about?
Yeah, I was talking about how, Easter likes to kills us, man. Of course, it's not fast, but it's gradualism. Over time, it may not kill you right then and there. It may not take a year or 5, it may like 10 years. Especially when we get older, our bodies are not.
It takes time.
Yeah, especially when you get older.
Yeah, because Jake think, I can do whatever I want when I'm young. Then when that shit start catching up to you, you start feeling that shit when you're 30. And you like, God damn, I'm starting to feel some shit.
Yeah, kind of.
You starting to feel like, you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, I seen a miracle this week. I think I put in the chat. Lady 102.
102, yeah.
But she wasn't like my great grandma still living. She don't, but she ain't moving like that. This lady looked like she was 50 and moving, bro. And she was like, I go to therapy twice a week. She's like, but I look good. I'm like, 102? And I'm just sitting there. I'm time for me to go back to the stuff, but I'm in all like, this is a blessing from you. How much you want to shop? Because the scriptures tell you if you live to see 70, the Lord has added 10 years onto you.
That's a blessing.
Really, you're supposed to only go to 60. That's how much we get. Once you get up there, you start really having health problems. So if you get to 70, that's a blessing from God.
She must have did something.
And to be moving,
Yeah, she must have did something.
she take care of herself. She must take care of herself. But going to I brought it up because going back to your point, Jake can eat whatever the fuck they want, drink whatever the fuck they want, smoke, pop whatever the fuck they want. Then when you start getting up in age, by the time you're 40, you're done. Your organs are failing, your livers is done, your skin look horrible, you can't run, you fucked up.
Yeah.
This generation now, this pill popping generation now, if we would have stayed here and they was to make it at 30,
they be dead like that. Yeah, it was a Jake.
your body can't take it.
It was a Jake that came up to the brothers up in Richmond yesterday, and they was asking him pretty much about his health. He said, "Man, fuck my health. I'm trying to get this money right now. You can probably tell it better than I can." Yeah.
That's not the way you said it, though. That's not the way you
That's
said
exactly
it.
Yeah.
He was asking stupid questions. Like he was asking, would you rather have a thought daughter or a gay son? And he's just looking at it like, bro, we just told you that the world about to be destroyed, and you asking a question like that.
Yeah.
And then we asked him if he took the juicy juice. He said, yeah, I ain't had no choice. But then when he first came up, he said, yeah, you got choices where the case may be. So then he was just contradicting himself.
Yeah.
So then we was like, well, why did you take it? He said, well, fuck my body. I'm trying to be successful in life.
Yeah.
No cares out of life,
That's
like
the
it's not the
simple
world.
way.
The scripture says.
Yeah.
No cares of his life.
Kill that thing.
Yeah, but see, him saying that, man, a little to take him out right there,
Exactly.
or not take him out, make him real, his health deter real bad. You know what I mean? You gotta, it's power in your words, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Life is
Yeah.
definitely the power of the tongue.
Yeah.
That's why Jake is dying at an early age. He dying at an early age, man.
Yeah, that's how you know this is the last generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even your people will be deaf and blind from the amount of blue light on your screens that you're taking in daily.
Yeah.
People like always got their headphones in. Your eyes and ears ain't designed to take this type of technology on a daily basis.
The radiation
So,
from
yeah.
all this
Yeah.
technology.
So that's why we notice it wouldn't even be survivable.
Yep.
You know. Go ahead, bro. Over here.
You're right. I got to stop. Man, Eric.
I got a quick preset.
Look at him, big ass headphones on, walking down the street on the phone. That's not how you supposed to be living, man.
Kind
These nigga on the phones, big
With
ass
some
headphones.
of.
He's so shit trying right now.
You funny. You
exactly.
funny for that. You
Exactly.
funny for that. You shit funny shit. You
For real.
funny for that.
Through, man.
Kind. This is Zerach or Ecclesiastes chapter.
Looking for.
It is. Okay. Oh, you got it.
No, you got it.
Okay. This is Zerach or Ecclesiastes. Oh, that's mine. Sorry. This is Zerach or Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 18, and it says, "Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger from them that are born of a woman." And it says, "They that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love Him an honorable plant."
They that fear the Lord are a sure seed
That's the elect.
and an honorable plant. So we're the seed of Abraham, right?
Kind.
Isaac and Jacob, right? Not everybody that come from Israel is of Israel.
Israel, yeah, that's kind of scripture.
You got to fear the Lord, be that sure seed,
Kind.
right? And that word seed is very important because seed goes back to a man. If you don't come from that seed line of Jacob, you cannot inherit the promises. Matter of fact, get that Romans, the graph again. Let's start at the first verse of the chapter. Because the Lord is dealing with Israel, right?
Kind. Yeah.
He's dealing with his sons. He went into a covenant with his sons. He would have never went to a covenant if he was going to do away with it in the latter days. What would be the point? That's like me getting into a covenant with you. And I know in the future, I'm going to just say, fuck the whole covenant and deal with somebody. What was the point of me even telling you, you're going to go through curses, you're going to go through blessings if you do this, if you do that. They trying to get into our blessing. We ain't even got the blessings yet.
Kind.
We still going through the curses of the covenant.
You know?
On the first covenant.
Kind. And like I said, if they would have joined, then that would make the Most High a liar.
Yeah. Y'all ass wasn't on the cotton fields with us.
You know?
Y'all wasn't on the ships with us.
Kind.
Y'all ain't being oppressed with us. But y'all supposed to be grafted in and until they came sitting on thrones with us.
Right.
I'll be damned if I'm ruling with a scepter and across the street is an Edomite ruling on the throne.
Right.
I'll go to war with that nigga every day. Y'all ready?
Say y'all ready.
Same thing every fucking day.
Every day.
Get up in the morning. Let's go to war.
Every fucking day.
Every morning, get up.
God, this Romans 11:1. It says, "I say then, have the Most High cast away His people,
Most High forbid.
the Most High forbid.
Meaning hell.
Yep. For I also am an Israelite of the
Yeah,
seed."
that's what Paul says at the beginning, before he even gets into the grafting. That's when he's letting you know that the Lord is only dealing with Israel. Has the Most High done away with his people? Most High forbid. Keep reading.
For I am also an Israelite of the seed of Abraham.
That's word seed.
Yep.
You brought it out. Read that scripture again.
Kind.
For I am also an Israelite of the seed of Abraham. Why is Paul saying this? Because it matters.
Yep.
Kind.
Why would the Most High ain't do away with our people?
Yep.
I'm an Israelite too, brother. Go ahead.
God, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19. "They that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love Him an honorable plant."
That's what Paul was saying. Go ahead. Go
Nah.
ahead, Ash.
It says, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. The Most High has...
He even stated his tribe.
Yeah.
You Ashkenazi Jews, y'all wasn't even worried about the tribes, so we start bringing them up.
Yeah.
Now y'all trying to figure out who Manasseh. Y'all was never talking about the tribes. Y'all just said y'all was Jews.
Good old Lefty.
Get the fuck out of there.
Lefty.
They tell you all the southern kingdom, but not the northern kingdom.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, the Most High have not cast away His people, which He have foreknew. Hey, when it shows you right there, the Lord ain't cast away His people that He foreknew. Which shows you the writings here of Paul. Hey, he's going up right along. Yeah, it shows you he was going right along with the right. Come.
What is it?
It's going to look like
It's dimming. Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
It's fading out.
It faded out. Yeah, it was already there. We on fire. It's a chariot camp.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of stuff. We seen some stuff.
This is good.
First week the brother came, man. We seen that one.
You
was
see what he
flying
did?
over.
Yeah, one day.
Oh,
Hey, check that out. There go nothing right there.
Oh yeah, that
There go
right.
nothing right there. Hey, call all y'all brothers, you know the shot.
Dang man.
No. Hebrew Israelites.
What is that?
Oh, you ever heard of the children of Israel in the Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah, we say that's our forefathers. Abraham.
What's our religion?
It's not a religion, it's our nationality. So
What is it called?
Hebrew Israelites. So you know how we call ourselves black African American?
Yeah.
We say that's not our nationality. We say our nationality is being Hebrew Israelites. We come from the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. in the
Yeah.
scriptures.
Yeah.
Jacob had 12 sons in the Bible.
Got my current party? I just lost my nephew.
Oh, no, you can't record this.
Okay, go ahead.
In the Bible, we read about a man, Jacob, who was blessed to be, his name was changed to Israel, Jacob. But Jacob had 12 sons. And from his 12 sons became 12 tribes. And that was the nation that the Lord was dealing with, right? So we say that we come from these forefathers, right? Pursuant to the Bible. Let's get Deuteronomy 28 chapter. We're going to show why we say that. And then you read about the Lord's chosen people, the Israelites. When you go to the land of Israel, then you have people called
Why
this.
can't I show my family this?
We don't want to be.
You got YouTube?
Yeah,
We got YouTube?
Yeah, I got YouTube.
Go to GMS Virginia, you'll find us there.
Hold on. Hold on. Before y'all do this right
Let's
here.
go, take your time.
Put it in here in my text
Yeah, I got
message.
you.
My text message.
I got you.
This is good right there. Because I want to show my family what y'all
Yep,
talking about.
you're already on YouTube. There you go.
Right, YouTube.
Yeah,
There we go.
and then you can just forward it to them.
What is it?
GMS,
GMS,
yep, Virginia.
Virginia.
Space
Oh,
out.
Space out.
Yep. Virginia. There you go. And send it in.
Hold on, I gotta put the R. My bad. Virginia.
That's three in
Space
one.
out.
You good? Search it.
Angels watching us get busy.
That's it right there. I'm subscribed for
Got
you.
to see the last one.
That way you can see when we go live when we're out here.
That was great. Then one that faded
You
out.
can show your
another
family,
faded
so on
out.
and so forth. You know, because this is your heritage. That what the brother's about to explain to you. This is the Lord waking our people back up to our true heritage. We've been taught lies ever since we came out of the plantation.
Facts.
You know, and we
Facts.
still being
Facts.
taught
Facts.
lies.
Hey, listen, let me tell you how I stopped y'all. I see y'all every day out here. Let me give me a second. I'm gonna let you go ahead. Who's about to read me that stuff? Excuse me, brother. And I just moved from South Carolina. Y'all see this room?
Yeah.
Got shot. Shot. Been in the streets heavy. All my family sent me the head of this and the third. A long story long. My nephew just about 2 weeks ago, I used to work right there to do the movie. Lost my job there because they said I took too long to go this and third.
Yeah.
Some BS.
course.
But you know, we gonna get past that.
Hey, that's
I work at Fish and Pig and all that right there.
okay.
I quit there today. I'm going back to South Carolina tomorrow. My nephew, this guy
South
killed.
Carolina.
Yeah.
All my people from
What part?
King Street.
Charleston.
A little down from Charleston.
Charleston, North Charleston, yeah, King Street. That was Trick Daddy and all them. King Street, you got kicked. Yeah.
But go ahead. What you
Yeah,
said?
so my nephew got killed stealing some gun with switches on it. Just lost my baby favorite nephew, man. That's why it got me so stressed. If it wasn't for him, I see y'all here every day when I walk past here, this and third. I never stopped by here. I used to say hi to y'all, but it took for my nephew to die. Now I want to talk to y'all today. Go ahead, man. Let me get the scripture. I ain't rushing you, no, man. Saying go ahead like that. Let me get some.
All right,
You want
this
to give me
is-
something?
This is Deuteronomy. Who's gonna speak? It's Deuteronomy 28:68, and it reads, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt."
Break it down, my brother. You read it.
Khan, yeah, so Egypt, right? When you read Revelation, the 11th chapter, right? It speaks about the dead bodies lying in spiritual Egypt and Sodom, right? This place is known as spiritual Edom and Sodom because Egypt is known as bondage. Okay, because yet in this day we are under, captivity, under, the rulership of our oppressors, right? And then it's, Sodomites, because you had the whole transgenderism.
Keep them in the don't take them too far.
Okay,
Keep them
fine.
just tell them about the first one, so
Yeah.
he get the story. Of
Huh,
Israel.
yeah, so the first Egypt, right, the Lord, he brought us out of, bondage and brought us to our land. But when we was disobedient, right, we was brought here on slave ships into this Egypt, right? So there's going to be a second time when the Lord, brings us out of Egypt. So
Yeah, it
Yeah,
said-
you ever heard? I don't know if you ever seen that movie, The Ten Commandments,
Yeah.
with Charleston Heston.
Tell me which one now? Take command for
With
God.
Charleston Heston, where you see Moses parting the Red Sea.
Where God was on the cross.
No, that's the Passion of Christ.
Okay. See, I got my
But
movies mixed
in the
up.
Bible, you ever heard about the Israelites, being delivered out of Egypt and Moses
You know
parting the
what?
Red
Let
Sea?
me keep it real with you.
Go
Guess
ahead.
what? I'm gonna keep it real all over.
I want to make sure you're familiar with.
Yeah, I am about to BS y'all. Guess what? You gonna say that's bad. I know a little bit about the Bible. Guess what? I'm most part about the Bible. Now I'll get me this part. You gonna say, how you know so much about that Bible? I had one of my close friends. When I went down there, my nephew got killed. He wrecked his car. Something happened. He said, you listen to too much Congo Rondo and too much Young Boy and too much King Kong. He said all the stuff you put in the universe and charity. My favorite verses in the Bible is the Corinthians. Why? Because Kodak Black always talking about Corinthians. And I read the Corinthians. But guess what the Corinthians said? Let me tell y'all can go and know some Bible now. God hates two things. What he hate? You can do anything in the world, God will forgive you. He'll forgive you for that. What I'm about to tell you right now, he hate for you to work for him and work for the devil at the same time. That get God jealous. Boy, he get jealous when you work for him and the devil, and he hate. Oh, you jacking off? You putting up with bad spirits all around your bed. Nothing is bad spirit. That's all you doing.
So what was you doing tonight? What was you about to go tonight?
I'm going back to South Carolina tomorrow. And I'm going to I'm gonna go to the store and Lord man give me a little couple of drinks. Not that store to get a couple of drinks, but he said that walk, take a little brief.
Well, matter of fact, we ain't gonna hold you up, baby. What you can do is just watch us on YouTube. You'll get a better.
And I am, but let me tell you this, what God hate too.
Okay. I'm gonna let you say this, then we gotta get back to it.
All right, this what God hate too. You doing this, you doing that. You only get the tongue. The tongue is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
You only get the tongue is one thing. If you come to the kingdom of God, that's how you get speaking tongue.
All right.
God bless y'all.
All right,
Thank y'all for your time.
All right.
Thank y'all for your time.
All right,
God bless y'all.
All right.
God bless y'all, man. I'm gonna remember y'all.
All right.
God bless
all
y'all.
right. All right.
Drive safe out there, man.
All right, I will. All right.
What's I saying that
Yeah, he a little saucy. Yeah.
Ain't never come up like this.
Well, I mean, he got the truth, so so he can repent.
Yeah.
Keyword could.
Yeah. You say evil spirits on your bed.
Yeah, he said 2 things, Lord. That ain't even 2 things. It's 1 thing.
Got too much dip on your chest.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought only sin was blasphemy of the Holy Spirit.
Right. That's what I was looking
He took
for.
it somewhere else.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
for. You said him.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
There's 7 things that the Lord had
Yeah,
pointed
you
us
said-
to
you
according to
said
Proverbs.
Corinthians
And then he said it's in Corinthians.
That's crazy.
But hey, he said you gonna know him in the Bible there.
You gonna know, I know my Bible.
Kodak Black said Corinthians.
Yeah.
Man. Bid you a good night, man.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't do nothing but just, hope we get the kingdom, man, so our people can get out of that state. That's a low state, man. That's a low state for our people. Because he's a prince too.
Yeah.
He's a prince.
I thought he was questionable at first. I thought he might have been him.
Nah, he just for sure.
He just one of our
He
little
funny, he funny.
brothers in the spirit. Dude was walking like this. That was him.
Yo, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, you Geechee,
Let's talk about Matthew when he said serving God and serving
Right, 2 masters,
that's
yeah.
what Corinthians-
Mammon and money. Mammon and the Most High, yeah.
Let him get down for a little bit.
Right.
I'm an Israelite. All my family is real tight.
Yeah.
Talk Kodak.
Hey, that's the crazy. Hey, that
What's
just show-
crazy though is people don't realize it's another one. There's a gold.
Oh, come on, yep.
Con, yeah.
Hey, that's moving too.
Yeah, con.
That might have been something he spun back.
Yeah.
He's on the block.
Yeah.
Or mean mercy.
Hey, there you go.
That's beautiful. Yeah, for mercy. Huh? That's crazy.
Dang, man.
That's a fake bullshit.
Dang.
No, we was going to bring out the curse, but
you want to jump back into the
Yeah, Romans.
Romans 11. Come there's back in Romans 11 at verse 2, it says, the Most High have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. What ye not, what the scriptures saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. Verse 4, but what saith the Most High? But what answer of the Most High unto him? It says, I have reserved to myself 7,000 men.
See, Isaiah said, Lord, these wicked niggas that you said is your chosen people tore down the altars.
Mm-hmm.
They rebelling against you, and I myself am alone in righteousness.
Yeah.
But what is the Lord? Did the Lord gonna say, you know what? Okay, then fuck them. Let's bring in Edomites. Let's see what the Lord says.
Yep,
Go
let me read
ahead.
it one more time. It says, but what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
So the Lord said, within the nation of Israel, I have reserved 7,000 men, which is a number of completion.
That's right.
That I'm still dealing with. Right? He ain't say no damn Edomites, man. He ain't nothing about no Edomites there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5, even so then, at the present time also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace. And the nation that was deemed to get grace was the nation of Israel. But within that, it said it's going to be a remnant. So it
That's
shows.
probably could be Psalms 140, 147, 148. You know my statue.
Hey, so on this side, that's what I'm telling you. It's all about the remnant of the nation of Israel on this side. You know, preaching to those Gentiles, state of mind Israelites that are fit for repentance. You know.
Psalms 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
So his statutes and his judgments, we've known. So the mercy and the grace is given to us. Because you need grace and mercy because we being judged.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 6, it says, and if by grace, then is it not more of works? Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise, works is no more works.
That's favoritism right there.
Yep.
Because you can have somebody keep all the laws perfectly, but the Lord still choose just his remnant because he for the election sake. It ain't of works. It's because he showed mercy to whom he showed mercy. So even with that, it shows you the Lord just chooses who he wants. You can have somebody keep every law. The Lord say, I don't want you. I chose him from the foundation.
Absolutely.
But he goes on.
Yep.
Yeah, the Most High.
That's right.
That's how the Lord does things. So you, of course, you Edomites ain't gonna understand that the Lord only chose one nation. Deuteronomy chapter 7 says what? I've chosen you to be a royal, special people above all nations. Above. That's forever.
Yep.
We still on the planet Earth, so that means we're above. Go ahead, bro. That's racism. Go ahead, bro.
This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. So that goes back to that, that small remnant, that 7,000 men, the completion of the hopeful elect, the 1/3 and 144,000.
That's right.
The one who had sincere hearts and is willing to turn back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, repent in these last days.
Back in Romans 11 and 7, it says, what then? Israel have not obtained what it seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Going exactly to what the Ak was saying. It's only for the elect to get this thing. Even of the nation of Israel, there's stumbling blocks set up for certain people, certain members of the nation of Israel.
Yeah, a nigga like that was just up, he can't get beamed up.
You know.
And and as you can look, he getting fired from jobs.
Yeah.
That nigga was probably a nigga.
Yeah, doing
Because you
dumb
ain't
shit.
just gonna get fired.
You funny, you funny.
And look at him, see he was doing.
On top of that, they hiring over there anyways.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because they fired his ass.
You funny, you funny.
You gotta play the game. Why? Hey, we know we gotta play the game at these jobs, man. You know.
You funny.
Then he said his nephew died. Well,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Lord
yeah.
said, hey, obviously the Lord got something against that man. He having stuff happen to him.
Come.
Stop being a nigga, smoking cigarettes.
Yep.
You know. Who knows what else he doing? He clearly ain't in his right state of mind.
Nope.
He said drinking.
So he doing more than just cigarettes. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 8 in Romans 11, according as it is written, the Most High have not given them the spirit of slumber, eyes. The Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear. And that guy was a perfect example. Through the spirit, he was about to get the breakdown. But the Lord put that. They sent one of those angels over here and put that blinder on him. You know, he was more worried about burying his dead instead of getting the word while it's here right in front of him.
He'll probably never look at the China.
Nah, never. You know, I subscribe to it, so it might pop up, but
You funny, you funny.
he probably go, what the hell is this? You know, keep going.
That's why scripture says what let the dead bury the
Emotions
dead.
got to him.
Yeah,
He
come.
lost-
Let the
lost
dead bury their
a
dead, that's
family.
right.
Now all of a sudden, he wanted something that seems righteous.
Yeah, exactly. And that's Jake looking for a
Yeah, they
sign.
saying that because we gonna cut your ass out.
Oh, that's what the scripture says. What? This should be worthful prayer. It's what? This should be a sign for generation, and generation shall not seek it. Shall not find roughly prayer.
But this ain't nothing to comfort you. This is gonna break you down before it comforts you.
Yeah.
So if you come in here to get comforted, I mean, you gonna feel it getting broken down first.
Yeah.
We gotta rebuke you. What's going on? You know, if you start hearing the message, you gonna feel it like, damn. So this ain't what you want to come with for that. You get comfort after you get rebuked. Go ahead, bro.
Come on. Verse 9, it says, and David saith, which shows you, as you were saying earlier, this is being referred back to the Old Testament when David said in Psalms, I read it. It says, and David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. You know?
Damn true. Damn true.
She finna fuck that shit.
Yeah, I think about that too. I think about that too.
Remember when the nigga was dancing on the table?
Look.
Oh, she had to start. This shit dead. Hey, now, we'll show you we gotta get out of here, man. That's the condition of our
I don't
women.
want to see our people like that.
Nah, we don't. And that's crazy. That's just one of those more telltale signs we need to get out of here.
That's why it
You
says
know?
what Lamentation says what? It says what? They shall hiss and wag at the God of Jerusalem, saying this is perfection of
It's
beauty.
perfection of beauty, yeah.
That's how the world looks at us, man.
And the world will tell her on a Lizzo tip that she beautiful.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
You trying to rebuke her, and the world tell her she's good.
She's beautiful.
She don't need to lose weight. She fine just the way. Look at the fuck she
body
healthy.
shame. You body shame. You trying to rebuke her, get out of love, because you want her to look like something.
Right.
That's
Hey,
pressure.
that we don't give a fuck about that. That's an eating.
Nah, she can eat till she die.
She just came outside. She woke up and just came outside.
I'm gonna make it back.
I love with Jake though. He'll deal with that though.
Nah, you
Oh,
would.
yeah.
Texas?
Yeah, facts. I love with Jake though. I mean, he'll deal with that, man.
Jake wipe up for the first 3 months. Get attacked.
Uh-huh.
Then they back in the street.
Yeah.
Nigga like that was just up here getting that.
Yeah.
Hugged up, taking pictures.
Uh-huh.
Walmart.
You ain't gonna find it. You
He
funny.
said Walmart.
You know, hey, doing like this. You know how it is.
He can't rap. He can't lock his fingers. So he's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Disgusting. Go ahead, bro.
Jake do anything. You can't survive.
It's back in Romans 11:11. Romans 11:10, and it says, "Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always." Verse 11, I say then, have
The
they?
Lord said since they were wicked in their past life, then let their eyes be dark.
That's it.
So that's why Jake can't get it, man.
That's it.
Because the Lord don't want him to get it.
Yep.
You just be grateful that you got it.
Yep.
You got niggas that get it and then they lose it.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, and this is when it gets to the grafting back in. Israel, those eyes that can't see it being grafted back
You got
in.
niggas that ain't even been in, niggas that ain't even knew they was an Israelite for 5 years,
Yeah.
cursing out the elders who they never even met. You don't even know these men. A man like you just wait for your judgment.
Yep.
You a complete joke.
Bert and Ernie, that was hilarious.
How you talking shit like you know the man? You know what I'm saying? Like you,
never
sat
understood that
down with him or
concept.
something. You don't even know these men. Go ahead.
That's money.
Verse 12, and it says, now if they, verse 11, I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? The Most High forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is coming to the Gentiles. You know, and that's not talking about natural Gentiles, the heathens. You know, that's talking about Jake that want to follow any philosophy that's not of Yahweh Shah.
Well, you got to remember, Jake, during that time, they killed Yahushua.
Yeah.
So those niggas wasn't following the Lord.
Yeah.
But you had ones that didn't know they was Israelites, that were Israelites, but they were raised as Greeks.
That's it.
Following the Lord. So that was talked about.
That's it.
Because of them falling, the ones that didn't know were able to come in.
That's it.
Because they believe. Right?
Yep.
That's the graph again. Has nothing to do with either. Nothing of the scriptures have nothing to do with you Edomites coming into a relationship with our power.
Yep.
The Bible is about a husband and a bride.
Yep.
The husband is the Lord, we're the bride. Right? Everything you see how the Lord does with us is how we're supposed to do with our women. Look how many women the Lord got in his marriage chamber.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? The bridegroom coming for the bride. How many wives he got in the spiritual sense?
That's right.
Brothers all over the place.
That's right.
That shows you we're supposed to have many wives.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
That's how the Lord deals with us, man. He went to a union, went to a covenant, a bond with us. You don't break that.
Yeah.
You don't break that. We did though. But since we did, guess what? He showed us mercy. He allowed us a way back.
Yep.
And he has a new covenant for us. And when you read about the new covenant, it says what?
Yeah.
For the house of Israel.
Yeah.
Once again, it specifies who it's for.
Yep.
It's black and white.
Yep.
It says the house of Israel.
Yep.
The new covenant should be putting our inward parts.
Yeah. Which when it's putting out inward parts, that means we ain't gonna go off no more. We still going off to this day, you know?
Yeah, nigga, we ain't in the new covenant right now. Fuck, how the fuck you got the job telling you in the new covenant? You getting sick in the new covenant.
Yeah.
Can't even get a woman in the new covenant. Get the fuck out of here. You sin every day.
Yep.
Aaron Jacob's trouble about to come.
You know?
See if you in the new covenant is.
Right.
You funny.
You getting chased down the street.
Right.
All type of wild shit. You in a FEMA camp. New covenant. It's crazy, man.
I don't want it no more.
Go ahead, man. Look guilty.
Yeah, he do.
He did it.
do. He did.
Whatever it is,
He did it for sure. It says, verse 12. Now, if they fall of them, now if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness? For I speak unto the Gentiles, and so much as I am an apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office. You know, so you got to when you reading this right here, you got to put two and two together. You know, because at the top he explains in verse 1 that he is only for the nation of Israel.
Because it's a letter.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
you write a letter, you address who it's to.
That's it.
He was addressing it, let you know what the subject of the matter is.
That's it.
So when you read the letters that he said his office is to the Gentiles,
That's
so
it.
that's why he wrote Corinthians.
Yep.
Thessalonians, when you read
Yep.
these books, it's to the church
They're
of
addressed to.
Corinth.
That's right.
The saints in Corinth.
That's right.
The saints in Thessalonica. Right? It's not to everybody in those areas. It's to the church there
That's right.
that believed upon Yahweh Shah.
Absolutely.
Who were the people in that church that was believing upon Yahweh Shah? The
Saints.
Israelites.
Yep. And the Israelites are the true saints. You know. Verse 14, and it says, if by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are are my flesh. Let me read that one more time. It's verse 14. If by any means I provoke to emulation them that are my flesh, was showing he's trying to provoke repentance to the nation of Israel. He said of his flesh. That means his of his seed line. Those are the ones he's trying to wake up, man. You know, it's so Esau's our twin brother, but that promise wasn't given to that seed line. It was given unto Abraham, Isaac, and unto Jacob. You know. Verse 15, it says, "For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be but life from the dead?" That's dead state. This dead state that you catch Israel in, you know, a following the ways of these other nations, you know, that puts you in a dead state. You know, the Lord gave us the breath of life, was the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, of life. You know, these other nations weren't given that, you know. So when you follow their ways, therefore you are dead. You are a Gentile, you know. Verse 16. Come. It says, For if the first fruits be holy, the lump is also holy, and if the root be holy, so are the branches. And that's beautiful. Hey, Paul going in on this letter, man. Hey, he's breaking it down to you. Hey, this is all for the family tree of the nation of Israel. You know, these branches are going to be brought back in. You know, and as simple as that. You know, if you can't get it, that's because the Lord put a stumbling block for you not to get it. Hey, but I say, hey, brothers up here say it clear as day. You know.
Yeah, you can't have an apple tree and snatch a branch off the apple tree and put it to the olive tree. It
don't work like that.
You know? Well, that's what these other nations think when they're saying they can be grafted in.
It's not natural. It's GMO.
Right.
Genetically, they trying to genetically modify the covenant.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Artificially. No, it's natural. You know? In the natural process of grafting.
They're gonna splice it.
Yeah, splice it.
They're trying to splice it.
Matter of fact, Zariel again in Isaiah, Israel is the olive tree.
Yeah. And the Lord took in the law, he tells us not to mix seed. So what does that tell you as well? These are all spiritual breakdowns. These are the precepts of Yahweh.
And that's all you do is mix seed.
Yeah.
Even when you having sex, y'all do get orgies. Y'all
Yeah.
mix seed in sex. You mix seed in everything. You know, you splice this, you splice every damn thing.
Everything.
You's a demon from the pits of hell. We gonna create a hell in the kingdom.
And Leviathan gonna be the
pitchfork. You know what I'm
pitchfork.
saying? Fucking demon, man. Go ahead, bro. You got it already?
This is Jeremiah 11 and verse 16. The Lord called thy name a green olive tree, fair and goodly fruit, with the noise of a great tumult. He have kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. So that's going in. Oh,
you got it.
That's the precept.
Yep.
What I was gonna say was that's the the Israelites that was being broken off, man, because you had that whole Grecian empire, man, where the Israelites were scattered, where they were cut off from their inheritance, man, where they were killed, not being able to circumcise their children, not being able to be called an Israelite. They could confess themselves as a Jew, which caused them to be a wild and olive branch. And then when you go into the word graft in, right? If you Rose can look it up, but it's a picture, right, where you'll get the same branch that was broken off from that same tree, and you literally wrap tape around it to where it grows back naturally. You can't get a different branch from another tree and grab it back on. It won't grow back how it's supposed to.
Beautiful.
Matter of fact, brother, get the etymology of graft. Real quick. He wasn't nothing in animals.
Yeah, they was going off on him.
Now you can tell that's Eve. Eve's the
Eavesdropping.
Yeah, it was some bullshit.
It says Rav in the Merriam-Webster, it says to cause a scion to unite with a stock, to unite plants or a scion and stock to form a grab.
Right, and that was Paul's office. In office, to reunite the branches that were broken off back to the stock. You know, after that Hellenization period that the Hawk was talking about. You know, we needed that. Jake didn't know who they were. You know, completely lost. You know, how's the scripture go? Not Commonwealth of the nation of Israel. So roughly
Oh yeah, I
paraphrasing.
got you.
Come. Hey, that's what Jake was. You know, no knowledge of the Heavenly Father. You know, come, got it out.
This is Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in times past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision, but that which is called the circumcision is in the flesh made by hands. So the circumcision and uncircumcision was basically like a general title saying that these are the ones who knew the law, statutes, commandments, and they grew up in that land. They were cultivated, and then you had the ones who were uncultivated. You know, the ones who didn't know that they were Israelites. Because you had Timothy, his father was a quote-unquote Greek.
That's right.
He wasn't circumcised.
That's right. That's right.
You know? So continuing on, verse 12, it says that at that time ye were without Hamashiach. Right, they didn't know the Lord.
What book you reading?
Ephesians 2.
Yeah, what is Ephesians 1 and 1 say? He says, Paul to the saints.
Yep.
Who are the
The
saints?
Yep. Yep.
Saints are Israelites.
Yep.
Period.
Even says that in Psalms.
Yeah,
Psalms
Psalms
148.
148. Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 12, that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
At times.
Mm-hmm.
Said at times.
Mm-hmm.
You might say, more, but y'all would never, it was never a thing for y'all to be straight away because you were never part of it.
That's right.
You were never part of the covenant. You were never part of the union. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and strangers from the covenants of promise.
Yep.
Even in the Old Testament, a brother could be a foreigner.
Yeah.
He can still be an Israelite,
Yep.
right? But he's just a foreigner from another land. He will be called a stranger, if he came to dwell among us.
Yep.
Just like if a brother from another state come, he's not a stranger, but he is a stranger,
Right.
because he's not amongst this body right here. But there's a law on treating a stranger that is a brother, right? And there's a different law on treating a stranger of another nation.
Yep.
All right. That's why you had what's his name, son, Gershom, right? What goes back to God, that word stranger. When you were estranged in you were a stranger in a land that you knew not.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
So like if I can add, you know, growing up in the world, you know, you have family reunions.
Yeah.
All right, and if you didn't come around, you know, for the
All
family
them niggas
reunions,
was strangers.
in a couple
right.
of years, they'd be like, "Hey, stranger,
Yeah,
where you been,
exactly,
stranger?" You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
You no longer a part of the family because you ain't coming to the family. You know what I'm saying? Traditions.
Yeah.
Niggas act like they know you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know you, man.
Uh-huh.
And that's the same thing with Israel, man. That's what provoked the jealousy, bro.
Yep.
You know, because you had Israelites that were coming back into the fold, not even realizing what they were a part of. And that made the ones who did knew, like, no, they can't be a part of this. They were never here. You know. So it says, back at verse 12, it says, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without Yahweh in the world. It says, but now in Hamashiach Yahushai, ye who were sometimes were afar off, are made nigh by the blood of Hamashiach. You know, so we're being, you know, brought back into that fold through the blood and mercy of Yahushai, man. You know?
Back in Romans 11 and 16, it says, "For if the first fruits be holy, the lump is also holy." And if those first fruits are those elect, you know, and in the kingdom, those elect men are going to bring back the rest of the nation, you know, which is going to make the rest of the lump holy, you know.
That's right.
It reads, and if the root be holy, so are the branches. And if some of the come. And it says, and if some of the branches be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them.
That's five.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's five. Cinco.
Dang, 5 in one night. Dang, that's crazy. That's
You
crazy.
really see it?
Yeah,
It's all the way to the
yeah,
left.
Yeah, it's dimming out.
It's gone. It's fine.
Dang,
Yep.
that's crazy.
Yep. I'm gonna read verse 17
Those
again.
prayers tonight, man. Get the Lord's glory, man.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it.
Go ahead, man.
It said back in Romans 11 and 17. I'm gonna read it one more time, and it says, and if some of the branches be broken off, you know, those ones that were blinded that ain't gonna get it, you know, be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them, and with them partakers of the root and the fatness of the olive tree. It says, boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root.
Yeah,
Hey,
show
so,
me an olive tree with apple branches on the shit.
Yeah.
That's what Esau trying to do. The olive tree are Israelites. So the branches that are put back on are Israelite branches. It's that simple. It's not, but it's a mystery that's been given to the prophets.
See, and if I may, you know, this society we're in, they try to make this a religion. They try to put religion on our heritage, on the history. This is the history of our heritage. So that's why they say, as long as you believe, you can be part of this. No, this is a history book of the Israelites, of a certain stock. It has nothing to do with religion. We know that word religion goes back to the Greek word religio, which means to hold back. You know what I mean? This is, we're not being held back by this. We're actually being let loose, let free. Because what are we searching for? Peace and eternal life. This is our way to peace and eternal life.
Yep.
Can I back up, brother, from the precept real quick?
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 2 and verse 34. It says, and therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen, that hear and understand. Look for your shepherd, he shall give you everlasting rest. For he is nigh at hand, that shall come in the end of the world. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore.
And that ain't talking about Esau, man. It ain't talking about Moab. It ain't talking about the mother nation. You know, it's talking about the nation of Israel. Return to your power right now. You know, now is the time to return. You know, the truth is being pushed out in the world, and it's made readily available for everybody to get it. You know.
Yeah, it didn't say that the God of Edom,
No.
the God of Ammon. In the scriptures, it said the God of what? Yasha'Allah.
Yeah,
The power of Yasha'Allah.
Yeah, he a bastard. Esau is a bastard. So it's going to say a bastard is doing like that. He don't have no fault.
Yep.
That's why his ass was crying. So I'm going to kill Jacob.
Actually, I've been
That's why he's trying to take us out.
Yep.
Because he don't have no fault.
Back in Romans 11 and 19, it says, thou wilt say then, the branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in. Well, because of the unbelief, they were broken off, and thou standest by faith, but not high-minded.
Yeah, for
but fear.
unbelief, they was broken off. So wait a minute, they got broken off, and then y'all coming in because y'all believe. Right? That's the difference. It's just like the brother said earlier, the circumcision and uncircumcision.
Yep.
You can be circumcised all you want. You got niggas smoking blunts, popping pills and circumcised.
Yeah.
That don't make them the elect. Go ahead.
It says, verse 21, for if the Most High spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee. We're showing you, it's only for the nation of Israel. Because if he spared not the natural branches, how can we be spared? You know, it was deemed for the nation of Israel in the last days to be woken back up into their power. you know, and this is what you see right now. And with that is gonna come that remnant, you know. You was about to say something?
Yeah, that's
Okay. It says back in Romans 11:20 and 22, it says, "Behold, therefore, the goodness and the severity of the Most High on them which fell, severity, but towards thee goodness, if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou also shalt be cut off." You know, it's perfect. Hey, you want to be of that number to be grafted back in into the fold on this side, you know, of that house of David. Hey, can I get one more scripture? Come. You know, you want to be grafted back in on this side. And this is what I was going to bring out earlier, but it's beautiful because it comes in now and it shows that the nation of Edom ain't going to get it. And I'm going to read it one more time. This Amos 9:11, and it says, "And in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David, which is fallen." You know, that tabernacle of David, which is fallen. You know, there was men under the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you know, that fell from their first estate. You know, it says, "And close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up the ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all of all the heathen, which are called by my name, saith the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, that doeth this." You know, so it shows you, hey, the Lord's gonna build back up the tabernacle of David, which is fallen. As brothers were talking about, the nation of Israel coming back, and they're gonna possess all these other heathens. You know, so anything other than that is a contradiction. You know. That was it.
Yeah, man, so there, Lord willing, this was edifying. Another camp to serve the Lord. You know, come out and do what we've been called to do. We're going to give all praise and glory.
To Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem HaKadosh.
Come on to the elder apostles and great millstone. The minute we learn the truth from, shalom to the Kulit. Wolf of the ball.
Wolf of the ball.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.